What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Libby and Matthew are in the house tonight. Phone number, Libby.
Let me pull it up. I wasn't prepared for that one.
Okay, can you just memorize this darn thing?
I don't even have our children's phone numbers memorized. 276-200-2105.
276-200-205. Is that right?
2105.
All right, 2105. Either way, it'll be up during the show. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Good to have everybody here. We had kind of a busy night tonight. I think Olivia and I are not wearing T-shirts for the first time ever, and I just decided that I missed wearing a nice, comfortable collared shirt once in a while. You know,
I miss wearing something more than just stand-up T-shirts and biker shorts and yoga pants.
I think I'm gonna still wear our branded stuff, but I don't need to always wear our branded stuff. And I'm hoping everyone knows we have a store and we've got great looking stuff. So go over there and take a look. But maybe we pick Fridays and Mondays, and then we do casual Monday, Friday or something, and then dress up a little bit. I like the way that the long sleeve looked today in the video. I don't know. That was just me. Maybe you're going to tell me something different. Like, you look like a banker in this. I don't know. We're covering a bunch of stuff. Please share and like. Everybody, get out there and share this as much as you possibly can. Hit the like button, spam it, because now's the time. The algorithm is being tracked right now, and in the first 2 minutes of the show, our response is it determines how the rest of the show is going to go. So help us out. Get this spammed everywhere, and we'll see you guys back in 3 minutes, all right? See you then. We're on Rumble now, everybody. Go check.
Hey, everybody. It's TF, author of the Wolf Mind Virus. And I want to tell you that I'm pleased to be part of the Dumb Show, the Don't Unfriend Me show, that you can find every weeknight at 7 p.m. on social media at The Dumb Show or on their website, thedumbshow.com. See you there. Hey, everybody.
Hold on, everybody. We're trying to fix this. There we go. We're live. Okay, hold on. Live. Hold on. Here, I'll play this.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
All right, so check that. It should be okay
I'm
now.
up on Rumble.
Yeah, but Rumble had a wrong title.
Oh.
So I don't know why it did that. That's twice now it's done that, but I think I got it fixed.
Got it.
And I'm just hold on. And this is the Comey one, end live stream. Are you sure I don't want to end this live stream? Oof. Let me check it. I don't know what I should do here. Live Comey. I think I'm going to not screw with it. That's what I'm going to do. Let me just choose the file so everyone knows which one it is. But that's the old logo. And then that should fix it. All right, everyone check. Make sure it looks good. Should take 30 seconds for it to come up. All right, everybody, welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show. Good to see everybody. Sorry about the drama. We had to make sure that the Rumble channel was good. What's up with the Barbie thing that was on there?
Where? Anytime I pause it, it just pops up.
Is that Rumble?
Yeah.
Rumble needs to pay me for that stuff. I mean,
yeah. Well, it's only when I pause it, but there is ads
there are ads.
There are ads on Rumble when I log in.
Interesting.
I know. It's great that we get paid for, advertising for them, but apparently we do it for free.
No, we get paid. It's just a minute amount because we've got to start spamming the shares and getting it out there. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Just some cleanup news, just FYI, so everyone's on the same page. Instead of wearing the T-shirts and stuff all the time, we're just going to go ahead and talk about it right before the show. And it's just real quick and easy, like ripping off a Band-Aid. If you go to thedumbshow.com, pretty simple. Here it is. This is built for you. I built it for you. Everything. I've had podcasters tell me it's the best damn website people have seen in the business. And I'm not going to lie. It's got everything. I mean, if you want to watch all the shows and a catalog of all the shows, they're all here absolutely free. I mean, everything just right there. Just click it. Boom. You get to watch it. You want to listen to it. You can go to the podcast. Everything is right here for you to go to. A lot of people don't do this. They put this behind a paywall. Every single episode we've ever done on the podcast is right here. Every single one. It's over 1,000 episodes up there for you. The news, well, we're not going to talk about that. I haven't been doing the news lately. And just to be honest with you, I got to figure it out and how to monetize it. I don't know if I want to do ads or what. But anyway, clothing. You want to get some T-shirts? You want to go search by ladies? That's fine. Just click ladies. That's simple. And then,
girls roll, boys drool.
That's right. All the lady shirts. Look at this. It's incredible. It's all right here. And we're talking good looking stuff. And, you might be like, okay, well, is it color accurate? Yeah, 100%. All the stuff is color accurate. And it's high quality stuff, man. And it all fits. The thing is that if you have bigger tatas, you might want to go a size up. Okay. If you don't have bigger tatas, then don't go a size up. It's really that simple. But we've got everything. We have coffee.
And if you want to know, I wear a size medium and they fit me perfect.
Yeah.
So so you know.
They fit Olivia perfect. They're beautiful. Coffee cups, books. We've got great books. T.S. Dixon's books on there. We've got the Constitution, all sorts of stuff. Last thing, if you want to learn about the team, who we are, you can go and learn about the moderators, Amy, Leroy, myself. We have a full bio right here on the page. Just learn a little bit about us. If you want to start doing advertising, whoops, I got to change that. If you want to do some advertising, stuff like that, it's all available. I got to go fix that. That's the one.
Did it go to the 16th
I forgot to
one of the hosts?
Yeah, I'll fix it. I forgot when I did that. But anyway, you want to donate to the show. It's real simple. Come on over here. You can use PayPal. You can use Venmo, or you just click checkout and put your amount. You want to give $100? Great. We appreciate it. You leave a little message right here. You'll get to see it online. Hit checkout. And then the cool thing is that you can use PayPal, Venmo, pay later if you want to, which means pay in increments. And you can also use Apple Pay. And then just your debit card, credit card. 512 megabytes of encryption, SSL. It's 100% safe. Yep, there's my credit cards, but you only get the last four. It's not going to help you. But anyway, you should do me a favor. Stop on by The Dumb Show and take a look and see what you think. Hope you enjoy it. And let me know if you need any help. We pride ourselves in having an amazing website. Olivia,
yes.
News. Who's coming this week? What's going on?
This week, Mr. T.S. Dixon will be in-house along with his publisher.
Yeah.
She's going to be in D.C., and so she's going to make the trek out here to come say hi and meet us and see behind the scenes. So he'll be here on Thursday. We are starting the show at 6 o'clock that evening.
6 p.m. Eastern.
He has to leave back to the airport to catch his flight between 7 and 7:30. So we want to make sure he has at least an hour on the show. So we'll be starting at 6. So join us for that, please. We also have, if you remember them.
Should we simulcast that as a recorded show and a live show?
Sure.
So, and then go live. I don't know. We'll see. I think we'll do a recorded show because we want to kind of do it at our own pace and have.
I thought that's what you were going to do earlier in the day.
Yeah, we're going to do a long form show.
Yeah.
And basically all the glitz and glamour will drop off. There won't be any ads or anything. And it'll just be a long form show that will break up into a couple segments. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what?
So then we have Mandy, who was here with her husband, Jack, a couple months ago. They are coming back on Friday, August 7th. So they'll be back and working on at least 5 or 6 more guests right now. Just have to nail down times. So we got a guy named Chris Martini, who is also does documentaries, has done one on Trump, is good friends with Mandy and Jack. He will be coming on. We just don't know a date yet. I'm trying to get Alan Donovan from Fathers Lives Matter back.
Oh yeah, I love that. Love to have him back. I heard he's cancer free, which is good.
Not cancer free. He's down to a stage 1 as
Remission.
opposed to a stage 3.
Okay, so stage 3, stage 1, ready to go into remission.
So,
We're thinking positive.
We're thinking very positive for him. Working on another band. They're called Blackbird Anthem, and getting the lead singer and possibly the drummer on. We've been playing phone tag. We've been trying to get hold of each other, and we keep missing each other with our busy schedules. So trying to talk to him. Also need to reach out to R3 to see if he wants to come on.
Yeah,
now that he
and I would get Megan and R3 to come on. That'd be great.
that would be great. Megan would be awesome. So trying to get them. So yeah, still working on some guests. And of course, if you guys know of anyone that you think would be a good fit for us, you are more than welcome to reach out and give them our contact info, or reach out to me. And
where can they find you?
With their contact info. My email is olivia@thedumbshow.com.
So
I'm going to me there.
When I go fix that page tomorrow that I know is broken, I'll create a guest contact page where they can email us and sign up. And so I think we should do that. If you know anyone who has stories or wants to come on, we should talk about that every show. We'll make a little commercial for that. Okay, cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, let's add it to the phone. Can you do it real quick? Because I'll forget.
Add it to the list.
Fix page. Fix page.
Oh, that's a reminder, not a note.
Yeah, whatever.
This is a reminder for you for tomorrow, correct?
Yep. Fix page and add the contact promo. Yep. Olivia curled her hair. Yep.
Yes, I did.
You're absolutely correct. T.S. Dixon is on RSBN. He actually sent that to me today, which is really, really cool. He's starting to get some exposure, and he deserves it. So here's the interview.
Reagan had the war on drugs. Bush Jr.
And I'll show it to you right now. So he sent this to me.
Fix page and add contact.
Yeah, just say that. That's good enough. I'll understand what it is. So here is the interview with T.S. Dixon. I was going to talk about that. And it's great. I had a chance to watch it today, and you'll have a chance to meet him in person here on Thursday. Here's the T.S. Dixon interview we can watch together.
Had his war on terror. I think they've made Trump mad, and I think Trump needs his own. Is that coming through? Can you put me full screen there, Matt?
Yep, we do see it.
So what I recommend is that Trump has a war on government crime and corruption, and that he goes full force against this to solidify his reforms. And what does that look like, Matt? Well, Trump is America's top cop. He's the top law enforcement agent in the country, top magistrate. And he has, he knows about the pardon power. He can pardon whoever he wants. But the president also is given the prosecutorial power. This is one of the greatest powers in the United States. And Trump wields it with his Justice Department. And so we need to see, just as he discovered and started to fully master and use his pardoning power, we need to see Trump empowering his DOJ and his U.S. attorneys to fully use his prosecutorial power, because it is his duty and his job and the honor of the president to prosecute government crime. That is our only remedy for it. What I recommend is that Trump recruit MAGA people, outsiders, whistleblowers, not swamp creatures, not established U.S. attorneys. Janine Pirro is a great start. We had Ed Martin. I like Pam Bondi and others that he's brought in. I think we need more of these. I recommend that Trump call this group Trump's 21 Guns, his hired guns. These are U.S. attorneys brought in to go open up investigations. That's their power, to open investigations, make arrests, produce indictments, and prosecute crimes. That's the prosecutorial power that we need to see Trump begin to wield en masse to clean up this government. And here is a bingo card. This is an evidence board. And you can see here, these are all government crimes that we know about because we have disclosure in the media of the evidence of these crimes. We watch them on primetime television. And I have about 20 here on this board. There's more than that. But this is what I suggest, that the 21 guns from Trump's war on government crime, they open up an investigation into each and every one of these and others and pursue these to the ends of justice. You can see now I put a blue check mark like on X or Twitter over Crossfire Hurricane because they're beginning to publicly announce their investigation into this treasonous, seditious conspiracy where they tried to run a coup in the United States of America. 21 trillion missing dollars. We need to find out what happened to that. There's a crime. USAID money laundering. The Doge Group discovered a multitude of crimes. We have the COVID crimes, 320,000 missing children, as reported by the New York Post during the Biden administration that were put with random sponsors. Where are they?
It's well laid out, the information you're sharing. And this is on top of President Trump dealing with the FBI raid to Mar-a-Lago and then all of the lawfare against President Trump starting on April 4th of 2023.
They just couldn't help themselves. They tried to run the JFK playbook on him last July in Butler, and it failed. And so now they're using the Nixon playbook to try and set him up and create a cover-up so they can do a takedown. Instead of taking him down, what they've done is pissed him off. And now he's going from Trump to Hulk Trump. They will try to destroy you if you do not use your prosecutorial investigative powers, just like you have with your pardon powers.
Mic drop from the conservative analyst and author T.S. Dixon. Where can people follow you, sir?
They can find me at tsdixon.com, and they can also pick up my book, which covers all of that I've been talking about, The Woke Mind Viruses, on Amazon.com, or get the audiobook on Audible.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see him start to get exposed. And what's exciting about this is that we're like one of the first shows that actually read his book. Most people who have him on don't even take the time to read his work. And I can't stand that. I mean, I will never have somebody on my show who I don't at least participate in what their charitable focus is, or what their education is, or what their philanthropic initiatives are. I can't stand that. So to see him do well is exciting. And I love the fact that in his intro, he's like, talks about the dumb show, and he wants to do a long form podcast. And honestly, I would love to do a long form podcast with him.
Yeah.
And then
did he mention us? Did I just go over my head on there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. And honestly, I wouldn't expect him to. I want him to take as much spotlight as he can to focus on him, because his voice is too strong. And listen, I know what I'm good at and I know what I'm not good at. And I'm probably never going to be on TV doing what he's doing, because I just can't stand the pomp and circumstance. And he's so good at just staying focused on what he wants to focus on. And I don't do that. Like I would probably, if I was there and I was going to talk about, I don't know, naval warfare, or I was going to, assess special warfare operations in 6 different foreign countries, or geopolitical situations and integrated air defense systems, or whatever, missile defense systems. I would do that. But the moment that interviewer asked me something or tried to set me up to say something that wasn't true or to carry water, I would stop talking about what I was supposed to talk. And I'd say, why are you even bringing that up? Like, why am I, so I'm just not that person. I am a confrontational human being, and I've always been that way. And I don't do nuance, and I'm horrible at it. And so I know my lane. My lane is here. And this is why we have the phone lines, and we're starting to push that, and we're bringing in guests, because a guest is someone who you treat like family. And I don't feel that I need to be that way with guests, that they can say whatever they want. But Joe Rogan, although we don't have a lot in common, he's exceptional at what he does. And maybe I'm good at my things. But one thing that I expect from him is he doesn't really get confrontational with his guests. And I completely agree with that. If you invite someone in your home, you don't be rude to them. But when somebody invites me like to a news channel, and they start to spin or they start to try to use me to make somebody look bad, I'm not going to be able to do that. Where TS is a great person for that, because TS will simply just talk about what he's there for, and that is to promote his brain and his book and his works, which is exceptional. And I want to kind of expose the hypocrisy of people, and that's what I do well. So excited to have him here. Hope we do some long form stuff. What's up?
Nothing. I was just putting in a donation.
Go ahead. You read it off. I can't see him anymore.
Miss Bobby Richardson. Shh, don't tell hubby. Lots of love. $51.99. Thank you very much.
We're not supposed to tell hubby that?
I don't know. That's what she said.
Don't sneak dollars and you get me in trouble. Bobby, if you're not supposed to be giving, don't. I don't want Gerald calling me. So are we not supposed to say anything?
I don't know.
Dear Jerry, Bobby is giving me money again. Yeah, no, listen, here's the thing is that, I would love to be on RSBN, or I would love to go on any Newsmax. I'd love to go on any of those channels. Like Jason, I know a lot of people who go on those shows. Yeah. Surprisingly enough, Jason Shepard's on those shows. T.S. Dixon's on those shows. They've had Tonto on the show. They've had Barry on those shows. So, and Laura Logan, and we can go on and on and on. But my problem with those shows is that I know when someone's trying to bait me, and I don't appreciate that. So for instance, like if I was to go on CNN's not going to bring me there to tell me the truth. They're either going to do one of two things. They're going to bring me there so they can embarrass me.
Yeah, which most likely would be it.
Well, they would try.
They would try.
And then the second thing that they would do is bring me there to discredit my opinion. And those are not one and the same. And I don't have a problem with someone trying to discredit my opinion, but I have someone who I take offense at people who try to embarrass other people. And that's why I don't like Tucker Carlson a lot of times, is because he's at
the gotcha. He's only there for the gotcha moments.
Right. And that bothers me. So anyway, enough of that. T.S. Dixon will be here Thursday. We'll have a really good conversation. I'm going to sit down and have a whiskey with him, and we're going to talk a little bit about doing a long form podcast, because I would really like to do that. 3 hours, do a long form show outside of the live show, a morning show where it can be predominantly podcast. That would be awesome. But we'll see what happens. So be here Thursday. Is that it, Liv? Anything else?
No, not for upcoming.
Okay.
I went to an Offspring concert on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah. You know, tell everybody about that.
It was just impromptu. Hayden's big group of friends, I guess, parents bought a bunch of tickets, and Hayden was asking if she could go. And I'm like, hey, are there any extra tickets? So I went with my teenage daughter to the Offspring, and it was fun. It was a blast.
That's great.
Yeah, it was great. It was good to see him.
It seemed like it was a good show.
Yeah, it was. It was nice.
I saw Offspring 30 years ago. It's so hard to believe they're that old.
I remember rocking out to him when I was 14 years old. That entire summer in '94. That's all I listened to was Offspring.
Did you know Hysteria? I think Hysteria, it hit 40 years. Yeah, it hit 40.
It came out in '85, or when did it come out?
Yeah.
Or was it earlier than that?
No, it was 85.
I was still pretty little when.
Well, I remember I had God of War on LP. It was on record player. The Gods of War, Hysteria, when the LP EP came out. So that was the first two songs. It was Gods of War and Armageddon It. And that was all they released in the United States. Then they released Love Bites. And that was in England. And then Pour Some Sugar on Me hit, and then they went global. Like, they just went thermonuclear. I mean, they just blew up. And then that's when they released Animal and Women. But the thing is that Def Leppard was big before that. I mean, Photograph, Rock of Ages, Rock Rock Till You Drop, Die Hard the Hunter. I mean, Pyromania was just a massive album. And then they followed it up with Mutt Lane with Hysteria, which was also incredible. Adrenalize did really, really well, but it didn't have the same hit as Hysteria. But really, Pyromania was an excellent album. And they didn't get the credit they deserve for that. And then Hysteria was, in my opinion, definitely their most, that's where they made all their money. And that and Adrenalize. Yeah. But I think X is one of the better Def Leppard albums, and their newer stuff is dog shit.
Yeah, newer. There's a couple of them good. Michelle.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Def Leppard or Offspring? She said never heard of them. What kind of music?
Oh,
It depends.
it's gonna be Offspring. Everybody's heard of Def Leppard.
Offspring is kind of like punk rock a little bit.
No, it's not punk.
It's rock.
It's rockabilly alternative.
Yeah.
It's just rockabilly. Social Distortion era, Offspring, Jane's Addiction, Nirvana. It's very Seattle hair band-ish with a little punk influence, but they're not punk.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they're not punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Offspring. Offspring has great music. I guarantee you've heard some of their stuff. And then Def Leppard is just, everybody knows who Def Leppard is.
It's Def Leppard.
Amazing. All right. Joy Reid. This whole show is like, let's go back in time, right? Because this is pretty huge, the stuff that's going on with Obama. And what happened at the Dumb Show? Oh, that's PayPal. Sorry. I thought it was the website. I just watch you sometimes and I just want to know what's going on. I should just shut up and just watch. Everybody's heard of Offsprings.
Oh, yeah.
You got to keep them separated. That's pretty fly for a white guy.
No. Pretty fly for a white guy.
That one. No, that wasn't Creed.
Wow.
You take me higher.
That was an amazing
place where lightning sing.
Oh my goodness.
Can you take me higher? To a place that white men sing. What? Is that what he says? What the fuck does he say?
Wow.
So Offspring. Good band. I didn't want to see him. I've seen him before. And once you've seen Offspring it's like Bon Jovi. Once you've heard one song, you've heard them all.
Jeff Olivant, hi all, $25. Thank you so much.
Jeff, thanks,
sir.
buddy. Thanks, buddy. All right. Oh my God. Loretta Lewis. Loretta, that was one of my favorite phone calls I ever had in my life. You inspired the J.D. Vance story. You inspired that. So it says, I went back and watched Friday's show to listen to our phone call conversation. I apologize for skipping all over the place. I got nervous after you answered the phone. You didn't seem nervous. You seemed right as rain. Loretta, you did great. Folks, phone lines are open, 276-200-2105. Give us a call. This is a Monday show. We always kind of stay late on Mondays and Fridays, so we're kind of slow rolling and having a good time. So here we go.
And Gregory Harrison, you got to keep them separated. Happy Monday.
You got to keep them separated.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Pretty fly for a white guy.
Totally different albums, but yes.
I know that. Ixnay on the Hombre. See, you pretend that Olivia, you were literally still in a training bra when I went to my first Offspring concert.
I'm pretty sure I was.
Give me a break. I was moshing to frickin' Raging Arb and the Redheads and Social D and Offspring and Boingo Boingo. Not before they were Boingo. I'm talking like, listen, a mosh pit and Boingo. People are like, you can't mosh to Boingo. Yes, you can. Do Another Day. It's a Dead Man's Party. Yeah, you can. And it's more ska. And when he breaks out the xylophone, you really can't do much. But you can definitely mosh in Social D. You can mosh to Dead Kennedys. You can mosh to 9 Inch Nails. So, yeah, that was old school. I was afraid. You want to know what got me back into contact sports, that I was so afraid to do football and hockey when I was a young kid? Is moshing in Colorado and late in California. And I realized I wasn't afraid of getting hit and knocked down. And I was a big guy. And I would knock people on their ass. But there was these little 5'6" little punk rockers, man, and they could throw bodies.
Yeah. We started our own mosh pit at the concert. The 12 of us. You had 2 45-year-olds and a bunch of teenagers up on the hill.
You should have reenacted that with me when you got home. Little smash. Why not? Smash and trash. Joy Reid, folks, out of a job. Still cries about it. Hates Donald Trump. But I thought... yeah, Dead Man's Party. Boingo Boingo. Before they became Boingo. Listen, Danny Elfman's best work was outside of Boingo. It was literally, I mean, he did the music to Batman, to Beetlejuice. He's done hundreds of movies. Mm-hmm. His best work was with The Kingdom. Remember the movie The Kingdom?
Yeah, I didn't realize that was him.
Oh yeah, melodic tones. Yeah, he did all the work for that.
Pretty much any Danny Elfman movie.
Not Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman, Tim Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton. He did
any Tim Burton movie, Danny Elfman.
Yeah, but he did all the Nine Inch Nails moshing is a death sentence. Yeah, my first mosh pit I ever did was, I think, Dead Kennedys. And then second was Nine Inch Nails. I saw Nine Inch Nails in the Forum. And I think they came with Henry Rollins, if I remember correctly. I don't remember.
My friend, my sophomore year, went to a No Doubt concert the night before prom.
No Doubt, one of my best concerts ever.
Went into the mosh pit, broke her arm.
And No Doubt?
Yeah, we were supposed to.
No Doubt's got some, spider webs and
because she was right up front, but she also was 2 inches shorter than me and probably 20 pounds lighter than me. And back when I was in high school, I weighed like $115. Yeah, she got knocked over and trampled. Well, and we were supposed to double date for prom that year.
No Doubt, Tragic Kingdom was No Doubt's. That's when they were outed, but they were a band from OC. They were Orange County, and No Doubt had some pretty rockin' stuff before Tragic Kingdom. Now, Tragic Kingdom was great. I mean, Spiderwebs you could definitely slam to. I mean, it's kind of glam punk, but it was good stuff. I love No Doubt, and like Gwen Stefani's fantastic. And the funniest thing is like one of the greatest concerts I've ever been to in my life. And people are like name your best concert, and of course I can say Floyd and Yes. I can say Rush. I can say Toll. I can say Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Revival. I can say Crosby, Stills and Nash. I can say Grateful Dead. Def Leppard. I can name all the greats. But the best concert, there's two of them. And Olivia was at one of them with me. The first one was Cyndi Lauper at the Griffith Observatory. No, not the Griffith Observatory. It was the Forum in Los Angeles. No, it was Irvine Meadows. It was Irvine Meadows. And it was Cyndi Lauper, no opening. And she came out and she did Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And I'm like, oh, this sucks. No, it was an opening. It was an opening for Aerosmith. No, not Aerosmith. I don't remember who it was. But she was an opening. I'm completely wrong. And it was free tickets. And the opening band was the headliner was a meh. I can't remember who it was. But it doesn't matter. The point is Cyndi Lauper came out. Oh, I know who it was. It was Tesla. Oh. So it was Tesla and Cyndi Lauper.
Tesla and Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah, but Tesla and Def Leppard came together. But it was Tesla and Cyndi Lauper. And
yeah, but Cyndi Lauper and Def Leppard are slightly different in their genre.
No, you're completely right. Tesla is nothing like Cyndi Lauper, but Cyndi Lauper. And that's what I thought until. So Cyndi Lauper comes out and she's the opening and it's all pink and foo-foo, looks like cotton candy light exploding everywhere, Yeah. And she's just like, girls just do want to have, and I'm tapping my foot and everybody's like, yeah, you really want, and there's like just a few, and it was good. And then she did Time After Time. And it was like, okay, it's good. She can sing and she doesn't need keyboards and she doesn't need any amplification. She doesn't need any gain on her mic. She can wail. And she did Time After Time. And I'm like, holy shit, played it on the piano, 100% acoustic. And she sounded incredible. Not my favorite song. Then she did I Drove All Night. Holy shit. And I listened to I Drove All Night and I'm like looking around and, people, what the, drinking beer and everyone's getting high and people are stopping. And she just crushes that song. I mean, she hit notes that are not even in the original because, if you listen to her, she's just up all over the place. And I'm like, dude, Cyndi Lauper can wail. So it goes out through a couple of her hits and then the show's over and it's encore time. And I'm like, what is she going to do? She's done everything. I mean, I watched MTV. There's nothing else. And she comes out and she does Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction.
That'd be cool.
She makes Axl Rose in his prime look like
that would have been interesting to see.
Snoopy and Scooby-Doo. She's just like, you in the jungle, baby. And she's just she just takes it and she screams, you're going to die, all the way up. And I'm just, dude, the whole place went, nobody moved for like 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the entire song. She then follows up with Stairway to Heaven by Zeppelin.
Oh, wow.
Just blows doors. I mean, Unbelievable. And then the final was Spanish Castle Magic by Jimi Hendrix. And she brought the place down. Standing ovation for at least 10 minutes. Nope. Tesla came out late. And they're just, Tesla walks out. And the lead singer, I can't remember his name. He walks out and he goes, Cyndi fucking Lauper. And everybody's just like, so then she came out and she did the Tesla song that was acoustic bass that they had out, the one hit that they did. It was incredible. And hands down, one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Just incredible. And then the next one, you were there.
Def Leppard, which?
With the female band that was at the, was in the, you to let it out. But okay, we'll tell them about Heart.
Yeah, they were amazing. Yeah, that was my first Def Leppard concert, if I'm not mistaken. Back in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
Yeah. So, hands down, one of the best. One of the best. All right.
On to the show.
Why? Is somebody impatient? Rob says, wow, not impressed. Maybe I'm too impatient, but I'm looking for conservative content, not concerts. Then fucking leave. Rob, you'll learn one thing about this show. First 30 minutes is kind of a warm-up, and we talk, and we have a good time, and we get to know our guests, and they get to know us, and we're not in any rush. So we tried that, and no offense. If it's not for you, then leave. But if you can't talk about something other than politics, bro, you definitely need this show. Like this show, you need it, Rob, because it's not all conservative politics. And by the way,
wait until hockey season starts.
If I'm not mistaken, and here's the thing, and I was just kidding about leaving. You don't have to leave. But if you do, I'm not going to cry. But if you take a look at Christianity, song and dance are a huge part of the Bible. And I don't think there's anything wrong with celebrating music and dancing and celebrating. Go watch Footloose. You'll have a different take on life. All right. Matt, I know Rob John. Listen, but that's okay. We can get feedback. So here's the thing. Your impatience is at an end because we were going to start talking about conservative politics since we can't talk about music anymore. Joy Reid, Bob Seger. Yeah, Bob Seger would be good. Queen. Yeah, I've seen Queen. They're good. Meatloaf. That's Bad Out of Hell. Great.
Really?
Eagles. Good. Fleetwood Mac. Saw Mac. Saw the Eagles reunion tour from afar because I was running security at Red Rocks for that one. I was on the security team.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't get to see it live though, like in front. I did front gate. Okay, let's move on. Don't get me started on music because Rob's right. This is a conservative show and we can't have fun here. Joy Reid was recently on with Piers Morgan, but I want to take you back to a time right before they had realized that Donald Trump was going to be the next president of the United States. And you remember, I remember this in 2016. We were at Disneyland. You remember in 2024 when I felt pretty confident that he was going to win about about 4.5 weeks before in October, I predicted what he was going to do, and he did just that. But I don't think the leftist media knew that he was going to win. I think all the polls showed that Hillary was winning.
Yeah. It was every single poll, especially the ones on the left, showed that there was no chance in hell that Trump was going to win. It was all Hillary. She was going to win by landslide. That's what everyone said. And honestly, it was pretty funny to watch the left melt down.
Yeah. Well, by the way, Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks said they're going to play together again. I will go to that concert. I don't care how much it costs. Just to hear Lindsey play. He has magical fingers and deserves his hands cut off. He's incredible. Here is...
would you mind turning the fan down now if you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here's Joy Reid. I want you to listen. Once she realized that things were going south for the election, she completely changed her tone and she tried to go back to the Russian piece. And I want you to listen to this because this is so important because we know that these stations, MSNBC, CNN, get their talking points from the White House. We know this with the debate questions. We know this with you seeing, 300 stations all having the exact same talking points. We know that we have state-run media here. We're very, very sure of that because we see it every single day. And they're wrong and never held to account. But listen to this and see if this sounds familiar. See if this helps your memory, because we're going to go down memory lane on a few of these things today. I hope Rob, we're not talking about concerts anymore. We're sorry.
American idiot, Donald John Trump, a third-rate real estate developer from Queens who was desperate to break into the big leagues in Manhattan and to be respected by the blue-heeled elites he so claims to despise. First appeared on the Soviet Union's radar in 1977 when he married his first wife, Ivana Zelnikova, a Czech model. And he allegedly became the target of a spying operation overseen by Czechoslovakia's intelligence service in cooperation with the KGB. 3 years later, he opened his first big property development in New York, the Grand Hyatt, buying 200 television sets from a Soviet emigre and KGB asset who co-owned an electronics shop on Fifth Avenue. The asset befriended Trump and got in the habit of flattering him. In 1987, Donald and Ivana visited Russia, pumped full of talking points that the operative reportedly fed him by stoking his ego and telling him he should go into politics. To understand how to exploit our American idiot, the Soviets studied his personality. Word started to spread that our American idiot might run for the Republican nomination for president in 1988. And shortly after he returned from Moscow, he took a full-page ad out in the New York Times declaring that there's nothing wrong with America's foreign policy that a little backbone can't cure. It took the form of an open letter to the American people on why America should stop paying to defend countries that can afford to defend themselves. The ad criticized Ronald Reagan's foreign policy and implied skepticism about U.S. participation in NATO. The night it first ran, he went on CNN and was asked about NATO.
There are many other countries and taking tremendous advantage of this, including NATO. If you look at the payments that we're making to NATO, they're totally disproportionate with everybody else's, and it's ridiculous.
Fast forward to 2016, that American idiot, Donald John Trump, actually became president, due almost entirely to his celebrity as a former reality TV star on NBC. And now, as an ex-president, having committed serial crimes before, during, and after his presidency, including fomenting an attempted coup to try to remain in office after losing his bid for re-election because of how
I'll forget it.
incompetent he was as president, that Donald John Trump is still peddling those same pro-Russia talking points so perfectly aligned with the Kremlin. It's almost as if he was still receiving them from Moscow. Russia helped get Donald Trump elected in 2016, according to the Mueller report, by exploiting a...
No, the Mueller report said no such thing. In fact, the Mueller report said that they could not prove with any evidence whatsoever that Russia altered one vote or one person's opinion on the election. So if this was a Russian coup, it was the worst attempt ever. Nobody's saying that Russia doesn't subvert elections. They do it all the time, and so do we, by the way. I love how we clutch pearls in the United States.
Exactly.
Take a look at Greece. Take a look at Iran. Take a look at Egypt, Kuwait. Take a look at Iraq, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Syria, Libya, UAE, Jordan, Yemen, Hong Kong, China. We have systems that do the exact same things that the Russians do. We put out disinformation just as much as they do. We put out bots just as much as they do. And it's not that I'm condoning it because I want America to win. But we can't sit here and say that we haven't done the exact same thing to every single country. Look at Greece. We ran CIA through Greece into Afghanistan fighting against the Russians for 21 some odd years. The United States, this is what the CIA does. This is why they're built this way. The CIA is supposed to do nothing for local and national politics. It is global politics. Their job is, if the FBI is specifically designed for Americans in the United States, then the CIA is for everybody else. Let's try to be honest. Let's finish up this. God, I'm glad she doesn't have a show anymore.
American social and racial divisions and amplifying them online, and by stealing Hillary Clinton's emails and exploiting the news media's voracious interest in them. And former KGB spy Vladimir Putin, who has been dictator of Russia in one way or another.
By the way, KGB and spy is redundant. I mean, you're a journalist, for God's sakes. I'm assuming you took some sort of journalism credentialed course in your life. And one of those things usually is public speaking in English maybe as a major or a minor in journalism. It's like saying Mickey Mouse rodent.
For nearly 25 years is getting bolder and more blatant in his determination to subordinate the United States to him, to rebuild the Soviet Union by annexing Ukraine, which he lectured another American idiot, Tucker Carlson, belongs to Russia, and by openly jailing and killing his opposition with impunity, the latest victim being Alexei Navalny. While Trump leads one of our two major political parties, with his fellow Republicans parroting Russian talking points to the point where it's almost parody.
All right. So yeah, like they've been laying this
Ironic.
stuff. They've been laying this stuff out for a while. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have been laying this stuff out for a while. And listen, I have said a million times, I have absolutely zero love lost for Russia. It was one of my AORs. I worked counterintelligence against Russia, against the Russian Navy. I spent more time staring at satellite footage from Severomorsk and Petropavlovsk and the Polyarny Inlet than just about anybody. I understand the geopolitics of Russia. I understand their failures and successes through world wars. I've studied their economy. I've studied just about everything about Russia that I can get my hands on. And I will tell you, pretty much everything I've said about Russia has panned out. And I will tell you this, I have no love lost for them. They know one thing, and that is to take everything they want by force. And they are logistically a nightmare. Their mechanized division is a frickin' joke. And they desperately want to try to be like the Blitzkrieg Germans, and they're not. They're essentially a bunch of kids with Tonka trunks. So I'm not a big fan of Russia. But in the same breath, I'm also not a big fan of Ukraine. And Ukraine is just as corrupt and just as disheveled as Russia. The oligarchs run it. They are with child sex trafficking, the Azov battalion, with the drugs, with money laundering. They are a corrupt country. And honestly, I don't give a shit about either of them. So just see, the problem with the country today, Liv, is that we treat everything like sports teams. And everybody's out there and they're like, okay, you got 10 topics. And Democrats are go, well, I'll take this one. And then, okay, well, I'll take the opposite side. And they pick their teams. And somehow we wind up rooting for whatever they take. How many platforms are inside the Democrat Party as far as things that they constantly focus on? For instance, like climate change or abortion, female rights, reproductive rights. How many platforms are exclusive and in the Democratic Party's overall platform? Do you know how many?
Let me think. Well, the two
Take your
major
time.
ones you
Take your
just
time.
said.
Yeah.
Two? I can't think of any others that are like
It's actually a lot more than that.
specific to them.
There's about 40 to 42 consistent platforms that the liberals focus on, whether it be focusing on religious freedoms, where no prayer in school, no prayer. It's not federally mandated or state mandated a religion. English is the second language, that it's not the primary language of the United States, and therefore have to respect overall the melting pot that the United States is. Social welfare is a huge one. Acceptance between diversity, equity, and inclusion. Their feelings about guns and gun control. All of these things, and there's 40 some odd, that they stand alone on a hill and they believe in, right? Mm-hmm. How many do you think Republicans have?
I don't know.
40 to 42.
Same amount.
And they are the exact opposite of what the Democrats believe. And this is, now, if we go back 30 years, how many differences between Republicans and Democrats were they? Which is classic liberal or conservative, neoconservative.
I would assume there wasn't a whole ton.
7.
Yeah, okay.
Big government was big government versus little government. Taxes were a big one. Nationalism versus populism. Or nationalism versus a global populist position. Borders, we agreed upon. Guns, we agreed upon. Free speech, we agreed upon. Abortion should be limited. Religion should be completely, secularism was not anyone's focus. DEI, give me a break. LGBTQ, marriage was between a man and a woman. All of this was just simply 5 to 7 major differences fundamentally between Democrats and Republicans. Now, it doesn't matter because we literally have the political NFL. We're calling it the NPL, the National Politics League. And you got the red team and you got the blue team. And whatever the blue team does, the red team has to answer for. So if they're going to play offense, they're on defense. And you don't get to choose based on fundamentals because over time, these positions have switched. Look at the border. Democrats were hawkish. Ronald Reagan was all about let them all in. They all vote for us. And Democrats are all about close the border. Legal immigration is the only way. I mean, Obama deported more than Biden and Trump combined in all 3 terms. Now look at them. They're for open borders and we want to close them. Look at civil liberties and free speech. That was a Democrat platform. Rainbow Coalition, the NAACP, the ADL, Anti-Defamation League, the ACLU, the ACLU stood up for Nazis and said Nazis have a right to have a free speech. But everything switched. And honestly, our party looks more, she needs to get down. Okay. Our party looks more socially liberal than we ever have before. And fiscal conservatism is out the window. We have moved more to the middle and the left has moved more to the left. Where Republicans have abandoned a lot of their principle and now the far right just looks like classic conservatism. But this is where our country's gone. So this whole narrative from Joy Reid and the talking heads has been going on for quite a while. Quite a while. Here is 2018, and I thought it was fitting to talk about Stephen Colbert. And guess our good friend, Kamala Harris.
Most recently unemployed Stephen Colbert.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I love how they blame Trump. Once again, Stephen Colbert, who gave did you hear Democrats talk about Stephen Colbert like they were talking about PBS and NPR? No. It was all about save Big Bird and Mr. Snuffleupagus. Nobody said save Stephen Colbert, but as soon as he gets canned by CBS, a completely Trump supporting channel and station, look what 60 Minutes did. And 60 Minutes owes a huge apology because they embarrassed Trump about the Russian collusion shit. And he's like, they spied on my campaign. And she's, remember, whatever her name, Doss or whatever her face is. Rachel Doss, is that? She was 60 Minutes. She did the interview. I don't remember her name. She's a piece of shit. We'll find her out. But anyway, Colbert and Kamala Harris. Here it is. Here is Kamala laying the groundwork in 2018. This is how far this goes back.
Did she talk about Venn diagrams?
No.
Was there an investigation that concluded in their official report, the majority report, the Republican report, saying no collusion?
Right.
Where are you guys?
Our investigation is still open, and we will go wherever the facts take us.
Okay. So are there things you know? Hold on. Are there things that you know that you can't tell us?
Yes.
That you'd like to tell us?
Absolutely. All of the above is true.
Are they good? Was there an investigation that concluded in their official report?
So you even have the narrative right here.
Leslie Stahl.
Yeah, Leslie Stahl. That's right. Did I say Rachel Doss? Rachel Doss is it's a DC Comics character, I think. I'm tired. And I just didn't sleep well last night.
No, I didn't go to bed because Hayden went to a theme park with friends, and it was just 8 teenagers that we let them go, and it's 2 hours away. So
little nerve-wracking.
I did not sleep until after 1 o'clock when she got home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the reaction of the Stephen Colbert mess. They are now, and once again, they're taking their sides. The cheerleaders are out. The lines have been drawn. The teams have been picked. And now it's game day. And everybody's out. Colbert, Trump outed Colbert and got him ousted. Lo and behold, that the show hired like 200 staffers and cost like $100 million a year. Now, a lot of people are like, The View needs to go off the air. The View's not going off the air anytime soon. They're on thin ice. But they're net profitable 12 to 16 million a year. They're not going anywhere. And that's a huge draw for legacy TV stations.
This right here proves that everything is Trump's fault.
Everything.
Anything that happens in this country and honestly in the world is Trump's fault.
Honey,
Nothing.
he just funded Ukraine and gave them a green light for long-range missiles into Russia. It's what the liberals have been begging for. Don't you remember when they wanted the F-16s from Poland? They've been waiting for this. Well, Trump gave it to them. Did you hear one piece of media that said Donald Trump today finally did something right?
No.
No.
Of course.
Because now what are they going to say is they're going to start turning it around on Russia and start distancing themselves from Ukraine because they have to. They can't root for the other team. This is sports teams. This is literally what it's come down to. And the thing is, honey, can you think of anyone on the planet that you agree with 40 or more things?
That I agree with? Probably you.
That's about it. Outside of that?
That I know personally?
Yeah, no, you don't. There's nobody.
No, I mean, I can definitely name people that I have a lot in
but not
common
40.
with, but probably not 40.
Now,
no.
what if I only thought 40 things?
I would definitely not agree with you in all 40.
Isn't that amazing that with our political parties, we agree with all 40 to 42 major platforms that our parties have, and we don't disagree with any of them? Because here's the problem. People go, that's not true. There's many things I disagree with the Republican Party. Okay, well then show me some times that you've disagreed with Donald Trump. Oh, I can't. That's the problem, is that we do it too. Republicans do it. You know how many times I've talked about Donald Trump on here that hasn't been positive, and people are like, oh, you're a rhino.
Yeah. As soon as you say anything negative about him, it's
you're a rhino.
You're a rhino. And it's just amazing. He has only been in politics for 10 years and 1 month. It was June 15th. 10 years and 1 month is how long he's been in politics. The Republican Party's been around a lot longer than 10 years and 1 month. So the fact that he is like,
come on, Yenny,
everything to the Republican Party now, and when you're Republican, he's like he's the second coming of Christ now. It blows my mind. He is a person.
Yeah.
He is not a religion.
Well, that's the whole thing I'm trying to say, is that when you invest your faith and dedication in men, you're going to be disappointed. Donald Trump is not infallible. And this is a prime example with the Epstein thing, where we are literally, we can be the cure to our own disease, but we are literally our own disease. We have created it. We have said and set the example that Donald Trump can't do anything wrong. And I'm not saying everybody. There's a lot of people on this show who absolutely have called him out. That's fine. But you guys, leave Rob alone. Rob can say that he's right. We're a conservative show, and we're sitting here talking about concerts because he doesn't understand. Rob's right. I was kidding when I said get out of here. I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay. He's fine. Listen, you guys, people can have opinions. This is the whole point of the show. He doesn't understand the way we work. We're not paid by a corporation. We don't have time frames. We don't have commercials we have to get to. We run our own channel. And if we want to talk about music, or we want to talk about what Olivia did last night, or we want to talk about certain horizontal positions that are more effective at our age, that's our business. And we want you to be a part of it. But if it's not your cup of tea or your preferred brand of vodka, just come back tomorrow. But we always do this. The first 20, 30 minutes of the show is always just kind of us getting to know the audience and doing phone calls. So leave Rob alone, everybody. He has the right to say whatever he wants. Just everyone leave him alone. Leave him alone. Stop. This isn't what we do. We don't gang up on people. Welcome him. Hey, welcome, Rob. Olivia's happy to have him here. I'm happy to have him here. Let's stop. Read the thread. I don't want to read the thread. I just want everyone to leave him alone. Just Let's move on to the show. Jessica says, unfortunately, I disagree so vehemently on certain things with the Democrats that I can't support their stance on much of anything and will support, the Republicans to just about anything. And I completely agree with you that you should have that mindset. But once again, there are certain things that Republicans do which are not good for our country and good for our politics. Spending bills, pork barrel politics, omnibus bills are not good for conservative principles. If we're going to talk about religion and having religion replaced with LGBTQ pride events, and certain Republicans have openly voted for open marriages and that marriage is not constituted between a man and a woman. Well, that's against what we believe. Family values, welfare programs. There's a lot of things that we don't agree on. And I think it's important that you don't have to abandon the Republican Party, but you can certainly not embrace the things they're doing. And this is why I don't hit Thomas Massie, because Thomas Massie stands against the Republican Party. I hit Thomas Massie because he only is obstructing Trump. He doesn't give a shit about any of that. He just wants to obstruct Trump, and he's a coward. And if he was here, I would call him. I'd say, you're an absolute coward. Just come out and be like Lisa Murkowski, who I have to respect because she's just like, I will never just get in line and I'm going to obstruct everything he does. Okay, I don't agree with you, and I think you're a rhino, and I think you need to be voted out, but I think the same thing about Massie. I think Kentucky needs to wake up, and he may be the nicest guy in the world, but I'd get him the hell out because we don't need him. We don't need people like that in our party. We need people to question when the chambers are closed, but when the chambers are open and the party has decided to move forward, get in line or shut up. Anyway, here is the current sports team. And this is what they're doing now because they've got their marching orders. It's time to go ahead.
I wonder who's paying for this one.
Oh, I don't know. But those signs, you know that sign right there? That's not cheap, guys. That's not a cheap sign to make. Print those banners out at CopyMax. I don't know what, $275, $300?
Oh, yeah. They were pricey.
Yeah, of course they were.
Trump must go! Colbert stays! Trump must go! Colbert stays! Trump must go! Colbert stays! Trump must go!
They just can't stand the fact that he's $40 million in the hole. And now they're talking about Colbert going to YouTube or going to Netflix. He had a YouTube channel. They couldn't pay people to watch it. Netflix isn't going to give this guy a channel. And if they do, I will be absolutely shocked. Netflix is bleeding money. So maybe what they do is that he starts a podcast. Great, go do that. And I'm all about that. Now, if he was profitable and they shut him down, I don't think you should do that. I don't want him censored. I want to know what these idiots think. Do you find him funny? I know we laughed at him on The Daily Show occasionally.
When he was the side guy on The Daily Show,
yeah,
he was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But he was following, what's his butt's jokes? I can't remember his
Jon
name.
Stewart?
Jon Stewart. He was following Jon Stewart's lead, and Jon Stewart had the lead on the jokes, and he just kind of chimed in. And as a comedian, he was able to do that. So I liked him then. And then he got his own show, and it's horrible.
Yeah, he wanted to become a pundit.
He wanted to be Jon Stewart. So when he got his own show, he was Jon Stewart 2.0, which we didn't want a Jon Stewart 2.0.
Jon Stewart wasn't even that bad though, hon.
No, I didn't mind it, but we already had Jon Stewart. We didn't need a part 2. Yeah. And that's what he was. He was basically a carbon copy of Jon Stewart. And I was like, I don't need to watch Jon Stewart twice a day. I'm like, I'm cool. And then he just kind of went downhill from there when he tried to be himself. Himself is not funny.
Yeah.
And himself is not entertaining. And yeah. And then he just kind of followed the Trump train, so to speak, with following Jimmy Kimmel and the other late show hosts and bashing Trump. And honestly, I think that's how we get his following.
Do you remember when the left tried to cancel Jason Aldean? And this is one of the reasons why we went viral. I remember Jason Aldean. We had like 30 million. Like we sold 3,000 t-shirts or whatever. Or no, it was like 500 t-shirts.
Oh yeah, we sold a
but
ton.
in a weekend we did like, I don't know, $14,000 in t-shirt sales. And it was just incredible. I love that shirt. You can go get it on thedumbshow.com.
Funny, Ethan picked that shirt out for me to wear tonight, ironically, and I just didn't.
That's a great shirt. But do you remember what we did when they tried to cancel Jason Aldean? And they said he was, in front of a place where they hung black people in front of a courthouse, and it was about a sundown town, and they said how much of a racist he was. Hold on.
Okay, sorry. Dog was barking to go out. We had to make sure one of the kids got her.
So
we pumped him up. And
we did.
The right side just started sharing him, and
he went number one. He knocked
viral.
off Taylor Swift, and
he just went,
and we funded him
through the roof, and we funded him.
Yep.
And it cracks me up because what the left does is they take something that is small and insignificant, and they freak out about it and make it go viral, and then it is bigger than when they first got a hold of it. Like, I listen to country music every once in a while, but I'm a 90s country girl. I will listen to some of the new stuff, but not a whole ton. So I'd known of Jason Aldean, but I really hadn't listened to any of his stuff. That song had been out for like 4 months before this whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And I hadn't even heard of it until it went. And then all of a sudden it's on my playlist. I listen to it all the time. I know the words, I sing along to it, and I'm not the only one. And it's like, if they would just keep their mouths shut about certain things, then it wouldn't matter, because it would just blow over and no one would know about it. But they are shooting themselves in the foot with their own causes, because they're the ones that are making it a big deal, not us. I don't understand their logic. And it's probably because it's not logic. They're not actually thinking. They're just going along. They're being whatever they're told to do and paid to do, they do. So
Millions.
they don't have an opinion.
Well, he was number one against Taylor Swift. And that's my point. You take a look at Hobby Lobby. Take a look at Chick-fil-A. Every time the left cancels anything, we rally around and we give it support. People, Aunt Jemima or Uncle Ben's rice or whatever it is, we will do whatever we can. Land O'Lakes butter, Washington Redskins, the renaming of the Atlanta Braves. People are like, oh, Chicago Blackhawks. Well, we stopped that shit cold. They got the Cleveland Indians to the Cleveland Guardians, and they got the Redskins. But then we drew a line. It said no more.
Redskins want to come back.
I know they do. So do the Indians.
Yeah, the tribe that chief was from are petitioning and suing the Redskins to have the name back. I mean, it's like in their whole point to DEI to make everyone included, they excluded everyone because Aunt Jemima was a real person.
Yeah. Was a black folk hero.
Yeah, she is. I've read her story and she was amazing. And they erased her from history because they thought it was racist for her to be on a syrup bottle. No, she wasn't. No. She was there for a reason. Uncle Ben's rice was there for a reason. The guy from the Redskins was a real person. These people that were the mascots and on these food products were real people, and they were there and they had pride for it. And the left canceled them in trying to say that they were racist. No, the left is the racist party.
Yeah.
Completely.
The whole point I'm trying to make is that if Stephen Colbert truly was worth saving, then the left, with their plethora of money and oodles full of cash because they're elite, would save him. They don't care about Stephen Colbert. They care about having somebody literally bash Trump 24/7. Mm-hmm. And when Trump is gone, you don't think that they're looking at this? Somebody ban Gene Reese, please, as soon as you can. Gene, don't spam anything in here, even though it's about God. Don't. Gene, here's the deal. And before you ban Gene, hold on. You didn't make this. You didn't earn this. You don't pay for this. I do. And I need every single person I can be on this show, especially from the platform Facebook that you're on right now, because they throttle our show and they keep us down. And for you to come in here, it's like you walking into a retail store and selling perfume or magazines. I dealt with people like you my whole life in retail. And I kicked you out summarily every single time simply because you don't pay the rent. Now, if you want to give me proceeds of your sales, I'll be happy to go ahead and talk about your product. Or if you're just kind enough to reach out to me and ask permission first. But I don't come and take a shit in your living room. Don't come and take a shit in mine. Thanks a lot. All right. So I think we've got it. Now you can ban him. No, don't ban him. Let him have one chance.
Let's see what he does.
Let's have Gene have one chance.
All right.
He or she. I don't know.
It's a boy.
Whatever.
Frank Riley, great show. I can't unsee Colbert dancing as a vaccine. That was an all-time low for him.
That was the worst.
2110. Thank you very much. And speaking of a donation, I'm ready for a commercial.
We can't do that yet. So
Okay.
Rob says, we're going to do a commercial after this. Rob says, I have actually seen this gentleman over the years on my feed, but could someone explain to me who the hosts are briefly? Yeah, Rob. My wife will tell you all about her because I don't speak for her. Go ahead, honey.
Can I have a Pepsi at dinner tomorrow
you
night,
can't.
please?
Answer his question because you got to go
Hi,
pee.
I'm Olivia.
Anyway, that's
I'm
Olivia. And what all about? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Seriously, go.
Yeah, I'm Olivia. I'm his wife. I'm the co-host, and yeah,
That's all she is. My
that's
wife.
pretty much. I'm the pretty face of the show, and I'm the reason viewers come because they don't want to look at him. They want to look at me.
I've had some gay viewers.
Oh my gosh! No, I'm just thinking about the comment from the woman on your video the other day.
It's pretty funny.
It was hilarious. Some Democrat woman's got like, "Oh, you're totally wrong, but man, this tall drink of water, I could stare at him."
She's like, he's full of shit.
But I'm a Democrat.
He's full of shit, but man, he talks really, really pretty, and he's really easy to look at. I'd fuck him. And I'm just like,
that's got to be an ego boost, though.
Not at all. No, because it's not in any way, shape, or form. No, I've lived that part of my life. And first of all, if anyone finds me attractive, that's nice, but I'm past that. I want to be respected for my brain. No, I don't care. I've got the most beautiful woman in the world. I don't need anyone else. Trust me. I just don't. So you can join us, but that's all right. That's okay, Amy. So here's the deal. Yeah, I'll play the vaccine song. Hold on a second. And then we'll go.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, I'll show you. So, Rob, here's the deal. This is my wife, Olivia. We've been together for 26 years, almost 27.
Yep.
And we are happily married.
2 children.
I am her high school sweetheart, but I'm not. I was way older.
I was already graduating from high school when I met you, so technically we were not high school sweethearts.
Anyway, so quick history. I worked in the military, United States Navy, and the government as an intelligence specialist, as a contractor. I worked in retail. Had a tragic accident in my back in a training accident, and went through quite a bit of surgeries to recover from that. Talk about that in my story of being habitual with opioids and the struggle through that. And I worked for 2 Fortune 15 companies, actually 3 when you compare that. It's NBC, Comcast, and Xfinity, which I've worked for both. And then for Apple, spent a 25-year retail career in senior leadership and executive management. And that's it. So one day, 4 years ago, we started a podcast. So you go to thedumbshow.com and you can go there and learn all about us. But started a podcast 4 years ago. I was working as a vice president for marketing for a construction company, and I'm doing this full time, and we love it. And we are self-funded by the viewers, and our good sponsors, Wimkin, and that's about it. That's us. Okay, so let's do this, and then we're gonna move. There's so much to cover tonight. Go, honey.
Oh wait.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they can't hear you when you do that. You gotta be near the mic when you do it. So the dancing vaccines. Let's see. I'm not going to show the whole thing because I can't stomach it. I'm sorry, I just can't. Oh God, this so cringe. All right, volume is up. Let's go listen to this.
The vaccine.
If I get a copyright strike, I swear to God. It's inappropriate touching. Did he ask her permission?
No.
Did he get her consent?
No.
Why aren't they wearing masks?
You stole it from me. I was going to say he's not wearing a mask.
Whoa, calm down there, little beaver. Holy moly, no reason to yell.
Thank you.
They look vaccinated. Go ahead, Liv. Nobody heard me.
I said, why aren't they wearing masks?
Yeah, don't take my material, seriously. Folks, Stephen Colbert, the dancing vaccines. I mean, seriously, is there anything more cringe?
Ooh.
How much did Pfizer pay them and Moderna, I wonder? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Dude, we've got more. We've got Hunter Biden completely melts down on camera.
I can't wait to watch this.
Horrible. Ellen DeGeneres and their chickens. Oh my God, we want to cover that. We're going to cover Jeff Daniels, who we loved in Newsroom. Literally just completely just falls flat on his face.
Nice.
I've got the Leslie Stahl interview to show you that. We got some good stuff. Megyn Kelly just completely says, I don't give a shit about if Donald Trump got handy with girls 20 years ago. Just completely lays it out. Beto O'Rourke on CNN. Folks, we got a lot to do. We're going to go into Obama and some other stuff. Howard Stern, they're releasing tapes from Howard Stern and Donald Trump interviews. People are just like going off and completely distorting what he says. We'll talk about that. And then also how, you guys remember that fire in Lahaina?
Mm-hmm.
And you remember all those musicians that got together and raised like $50 million?
Yeah, I'm going to assume that not 1 cent went to the victims.
That's a pretty good assumption. Folks, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations, but after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar, every message, you're the reason we can keep calling out the BS and bringing color back to the world going gray.
If you want to help, we take PayPal, Venmo, or snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking... I can't do it. I can't untighten
That's
it.
what she said.
That's what she's... Oof. Oof. Coming in with it. Pound it. Pound it. Pound. Good
Child
for you.
got 15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
Totally tubular.
You know this is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't start with me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm going to punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan.
Break.
Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler.
But we've built something
There's no but there. Why do you've been doing this since you were 2 years old. Try it again.
Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
He's so much better than you at everything.
He's better at
Hayden, he's just like, even, it's just, go ahead, Hayden.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored.
That's a wrap. Well done, Spear family. I bet we make no money.
But we're going to owe them money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh yeah, cut it.
Baby shark, doo 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 doo.
We certainly do
Matt,
appreciate the
congratulations on your
support.
success, brother, and I
got to fix that. We certainly do appreciate the support, everybody. Olivia is back, and we are back in the house. We have a whole bunch of people on Twitter. Of course, Facebook is throttling the hell out of us. If you have not had a chance to donate, please do. The good news is we've crawled up on Facebook a little bit, which is nice to see. Folks, the best thing you can do to help us, we understand not everyone can donate, and if you can't, that's fine. We never want to pressure anybody. But what we would appreciate is if you hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow. If you've seen me in your feed for 2 years and you haven't followed us, it's probably a good idea to follow us, because that means that your feed gives you things usually that you engage with. And if you see us on your feed, it means that you engage with our content. And just because you may not like a topic we're talking about, or you may not agree with us, that's okay. We do it all the time. Folks, haven't had any call-ins, but Friday was amazing. We had like 7 call-ins.
Great.
Please call in. If you want to talk to our show, you want to talk to us, we're easygoing people. We're not going to bite your head off. 276-200-2105. Give us a call. We would love to talk to you. Had a chance. One more thing on the Donald Trump and Obama shtick. There are a lot of nervous people out there right now, and James Comey is one of them. I'm going to show you Comey and then also another aide, because listen, if you think that this Epstein thing wasn't completely orchestrated by the Democrats and they did not get this out before the Russian Spygate collusion shit, you guys, you're not paying attention on how this works. It's about who gets there first. It's like HR, not the CEO in the HR, but like HR. And it comes down to this: whoever gets to HR first wins. That's one of the number one unspoken rules in retail. Whoever gets to human resources first wins, and that is the truth. Hence why if you have an interaction with an employee that's not acceptable, in the sense that they tell you to go F yourself or they slash your tires, or the first person to get to HR usually is the person who's safe from getting ousted. The same thing is true here. Of course, they launched the Epstein crap because they saw the way the base was reacting to Pam Bondi, and they knew what was in those files, and they understood what Trump could and couldn't do. So by turning that position against us, yes, I heard what Trump said. Why do you think Trump said it? He knows his name's in there because it is. But Dershowitz said, he was Epstein's lawyer, that Donald Trump was not named in any of this stuff as far as the illicit sexual relationships or anything else. We know what he was in there. He was mentioned by people who were falsely accusing him. He had a relation to Epstein, but what you don't know is that I have several different videos and paperwork to show you that he worked with Palm Beach police, that he was the first person who reported Epstein in 2003, and Epstein blamed Donald Trump for the investigations and his arrest. He blamed Trump. So we can say all this stuff, but everything's speculation. The only thing I can do is show you the facts. And they don't have any facts at all. Here's Comey, and man, he seems scared. And I'm going to show you 2 videos where these guys seem scared. Listen to this.
The reservoir is in grave danger. Trump and the hacks who lead the Department of Justice are hammering at the dam. The reservoir is in grave danger right now. Trump and the hacks who lead the Department of Justice are hammering at the dam day after day, trying to turn it into just another gold leaf-covered Trump subsidiary. Our best hope is that good people will stay and do what Maureen asked. Have the courage to do the right thing always. You may get fired for acting that way, but there's honor in that, and nothing but disgrace for those who don't stand up. There are going to be hard weeks in the Trump era, and this was one for my family. But there are plenty of good people still in the department committed to doing things the right way, committed to the rule of law.
The right way, which is destroy everything you possibly can as fast as you can.
Mm-hmm.
For them?
But it's already over. You know what they're also doing, the liberals, Liv?
What?
Supposedly Trump put 1,000 agents to going through all of the paperwork 24 hours a day to try to find his name. That's what they're saying. That's the report. First of all, bullshit. I know people in the FBI, and I have heard nothing like that. But if they, as far as 1,000 people, trust me, 1,000 people do anything and everybody knows.
Yeah.
But of course they should be vetting his name. Why? because you have to understand what the Democrats are doing. You have to understand the lies. And there's an open investigation to prove that they altered the records, and they have tried to put Trump's name in there in order to have him be associated with this in a nefarious way. Of course they're going to look for this. Of course they're going to check the thumbprint. We know what they're doing. Here's the rest.
Because of them, keep the faith. The reservoir is in grave danger right now. Trump and the hacks who lead the Department of Justice are hammering at the dam.
Okay,
They're
well, that's
still in the department, committed to doing things the right way, committed to the rule of law. For them, because of them, keep the faith.
If you have to read it like that, listen, I use teleprompters, but I also do 8-minute videos that I read the whole thing that I write. And I also go off script most of the time and jump off anyway and add with my own stuff. But if you have to read word for word, that is a letter prepared by his lawyers.
Yep.
Here's the other one. And this is from Mark Warner. And he's going after Tulsi Gabbard. They're scared. They're nervous. And they should be, because you sons of bitches did this to Trump
over the week.
And here it is. And you won't stop. You're still doing it. And he knows what you did with Epstein. And he knows everything that they're doing. He can hear everybody. You might hear them say, well, in 2016, why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do this in 2018? Because he didn't run the intelligence bureaus in that time. DNI was a freaking Obama plant. Christopher Wray and Comey, those are not Donald Trump's people. The first thing he did when he won again is he made sure that it was his people in place. And they're finding this stuff. This is serious. It's my understanding there is a massive investigation going on. Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, that's why you haven't heard anything. And Susan Wiles, it's my understanding that she is resistant to this. But you know what? Of course she is. We know who she is.
Why is she resistant to this?
Because she worked for DeSantis and she leaks stuff to the media. A lot of people feel that she doesn't necessarily is on board with going after not just the deep state, but people in the opposition party. And a lot of people have problems with this. Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, Ratcliffe, they're not one of them. These people want justice.
Yeah, the thing is they're not going after them for a smear campaign. They want to find the truth.
Well, we're going to find out, because listen to this too. Tell me this is also not exactly like what you just heard from Comey. Thank you for the donation, Sandra Edwards, before it's put in. Just want to say thank you because we're going to play a video. Folks, we are really behind on the donation. 123.09 is our total. Thank you, Sandra. We are about 175 from goal. One of our big donators, unfortunately, is not going to be able to help out as much anymore, and that is fine, but it means that we're all going to have to help out. And if it's $5, $10, $100, it doesn't matter. Anything to help us out, it means a great deal. We appreciate it. Here's the rest.
Over the weekend, DNI Gabbard, who anybody who's followed these know how I feel about, was again trying to maybe divert from Epstein, trying to rehash the 2016 Russia investigation, where no one ever claimed Russia altered votes, but everyone
yes, they did.
Claims that
that's a complete lie.
Russia tried to interfere on Trump's behalf. Well documented, well vetted, the Senate Intelligence bipartisan, unanimous report, the Mueller report, and now Gabbard, in her next effort of trying to politicize, is actually threatening legal action against former employees of the intelligence community and others. I mean, is there not anyone going to stand up against this politicization? The country needs an independent intelligence community that speaks truth to power, not
like 51 of them lying about Hunter Biden's laptop, discrediting Donald Trump, wiretaps.
And the Mueller investigation turned out to find nothing.
$52 million to find that Russia absolutely didn't turn one vote. You mean that stuff?
My problem is, how is he recording a video while driving?
He has a driver. These people don't drive themselves. Are you kidding me? They probably don't even have licenses, the putzes. Go ahead, Libby.
Yes. Wanted to know about that one. Thank you, Vicky, very much. Have you moved to Florida yet? Are you settled into your house?
So, Liv, do you think, listen, you're one of the biggest pessimists in the world. I'm a pessimist. So do you think that this is going to go? Does this sound different? Does this hit different than the other ones? Because like Obama, treason, that's pretty serious. The language is very different to me. And why would they put out more obligations after they just got done with the Epstein stuff and disappointed people? You think that they wouldn't be that stupid to make promises that they can't keep? It sounds like this investigation is massive, and there are people who are going to fall. Like, this is not just about Russiagate. This is about the 2020 election too. There is a massive amount of exculpatory evidence that leads to the feet of the Democrats. Now they're saying that Clinton and Obama, their campaigns have emails to each other talking about setting up Russiagate and what they could do. Now, remember, John Podesta and Hillary Clinton are the ones that set up that Barack Obama was from Kenya and his birth certificate was invalid. Remember that. So they're the ones that set that up. Those emails were in the Podesta email leaks. And they wound up not running with it. But what they did is they sold it to Republican Oppo. And then the Republicans went ahead and it was leaked by the DNC. So that whole thing, the birther movement that Donald Trump fell for, or didn't fall for, depending upon what you believe, it was created by, and that's how I know it's not accurate, because Hillary Clinton and John Podesta are the ones that came up with it. We have a caller. Where are you from? I think it's British Columbia. I think it's Mel.
Yep.
Hi, Mel.
What's up, Mel?
Hi there. Well, you didn't call me this time for my illustrious opinion and knowledge, so I thought I'd call you.
Yeah. That's fine. It's fine. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. This whole Comey thing is, well, his daughter just got hunted, so that's going to be a bone in his craw, and also they're now. Hillary shit just got dropped to Grassley.
Yep.
And
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And if they're asking for this bipartisan whatever, you can't have a better group than Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, and that group to go, yeah, we're players, like, we have no invested rights in any of this shit. You created this shit. And now all the rats are scrambling because they can't find the entrances to their houses anymore. And yeah, the rats are scared. And so they should be, because they've pulled the biggest, I would say, almost coup a couple of times now.
Yeah. Listen, a coup doesn't have to have a replacement.
Exactly.
Success doesn't define whether a coup de grace or a coup d'etat took place. It's ultimately, it is an attempted forced transition of power. And that's exactly what took place. Whether it was a soft coup or not. Listen, they wiretapped Strzok and Page. They wiretapped his home. They wiretapped his office. They did a legal FISA warrant on a made-up dirty dossier that they knew was fictitious.
Comey entrapped
Donald J. Trump. Of course he did. He went to his office, and it was absolutely entrapment. The transcript states
that was entrapment.
I know.
Classic bookcase entrapment. Like, correct. And he was laughing about it, whatever, going, well, he didn't know. Well, yeah, you still got caught, you asshole, because it is on tape that, yeah, you admitted to the fact that you entrapped him. So, you haven't got a leg to stand on.
He bragged about it, Mel. He bragged about it. He's literally sitting there going, nana, nana, boo, boo, stick your head in doo-doo, sticking his tongue out, saying, touch me. Go ahead. I dare you. Nobody expected him to win in 2024. They thought they cooked him in 2020. His public opinion was absolutely in the tank. But one thing that he did is that they overextended their hand on the prosecutions. They thought they were going, listen, what's the one thing I said they should never do to Biden in 2020 to 2024? You remember, what was it?
Impeach him.
Impeach him. Never. Don't you dare impeach him, Biden. Don't you dare, because the moment you do, public will turn on you. They always root for the underdog. Donald Trump, the first time they impeached him, his popularity went up. Second time, popularity went up. Bill Clinton, popularity went up. Richard Nixon, popularity went up. This is what happens. Yep. Leave him alone. And the fact that Donald Trump has to be very careful with how he does this, that they better be right. They better have a lock-sealed case, because if they go after the Democrats and they fucking miss, It's going to cost us the midterms, and it will cost us the 2028 election. I'm saying it right now. If you fire and you don't hit the heart, we're going to lose power. That's the one thing the American public will turn against his entire platform. They do not go up. They either want a conviction and show them where it's at. They don't want to be told there's water there. And then when they get there, it's sand and a mirage.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because right now it's getting to the point of the classic line is show me the money.
Yeah.
Show me the money shot.
That's right.
Because this is what it's coming down to. He only needs one money shot. He only needs just one.
He just needs to take down one. That's right. And you know what? It doesn't matter what level it is, as long as it was a direct report in the Obama administration. If it's Susan Rice, fine, it's Susan Rice. If you go after Comey or Tapper or Brennan and one of them go down, it doesn't matter. Obama doesn't need to go to jail. What you need to do is literally put somebody in jail that is associated with Obama, and the rest will fucking turn. And what you need to do is you need to do clarified immunity. I would go to Brennan, Tapp, Strucker, and Comey and say, I will give you full immunity if you turn coat right now.
Yep.
And I don't care.
Yeah.
If they all get immunity, I don't care. Just get them to turn. And whatever you have to do, but they should walk in there and say, first person to talk gets clarified immunity. That's it. And all the people who worked under you get immunity for free. But if you think that the hundreds of people who had their hands on this, that somebody isn't going to roll over, who they have whistleblowers. It's my understanding right now that there are 200 plus whistleblowers who have come forward.
Oh, no doubt.
200 plus is what I'm hearing.
They need the one money shot.
I know.
The big, big money shot.
They need the back and to the left Kennedy shot. That's what they need.
Yep. Exactly.
And not physically. We're talking proverbial here, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I think? I'm telling you right now, just hear me out. I think that Crossfire Hurricane are the documents that Donald Trump took. I think that's why they raided him in Mar-a-Lago.
Yep. Because
he had the Crossfire Hurricane documents. I think those were some of the documents that he was showing. I think he had links to Ukraine and the Burisma blackmail to Ukraine that Joe Biden did. And more importantly, I'm just going to say it. I think Anthony Weiner will be involved in this. I'm not kidding. Will be involved in this and will be the linchpin to undo Hillary Clinton, John Podesta, Abedin, and everyone else who was involved in the HRC campaign who colluded with Susan Rice and Obama. I think Weiner is absolutely instrumental because I think he knows more than he's saying. And I think that he is starving for the spotlight and starving. He tried to run for office. He tried to reinstate his image. He can't. And this is the one way that he can make his millions on a book tour is by going state's evidence against those groups of people. And I would not set it past him.
Well, because he's probably close. Well, I'm pretty sure he's bankrupt from what I've read around the other side of the whatever. He has it all on Abedin. Like, he's got it all.
Oh, of course he does.
And yeah, so, and now that she's with a Soros, so he's just
right. She is. She's dating the Soros son. Yep.
They're engaged. She's engaged to Soros's son.
Yeah.
Abedin is.
Well,
so,
listen, a lot of us have been saying this shit for a long time. Ed Turcotte says, folks, go read the Trump Prophecies by Mark Taylor, 2014. Everything he said is coming true. Listen. Yeah, I don't listen to me. I want people on record. And there's a lot of people who made predictions with no evidence. And I will tell you this. Obama, the word treason, and opening up Russiagate was not on anyone's bingo card. And if anyone's going to tell me that in 2025, in July, after 6 months of the most successful 6 months of any second-term president, let alone a first-term president, he outdid himself on his first term, which is incredible. that Obama treason after Epstein debacle would literally gain steam, and Epstein, people would know that there's no there, that it's just a desperate bullshit gambit. Nobody predicted that. Nobody. So remember, 2 weeks ago, we were all thinking Dan Bongino was going to resign with Kash Patel because him and Pam Bondi were having a lover's quarrel. Remember, now everyone's like, oh yeah, we knew it all along. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't think Dan was ever going to resign, and I didn't think Cash and I didn't believe any of that chutzpah when all started to come out, because I'm like, yeah, of the last one, because I followed you and Dan and Tim, whatever, for the last 9,000 fucking years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that just doesn't fall into the narrative that I've heard. Because if you were in the same position as Dan Bongino right now, and somebody had said the same thing about you, and I'm going, yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy that farm, because
remember this. I did a video. Mel, you remember I did a video a week before that said, why is Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, and Pam Bondi circulating and backing up this lie? Right? Because I broke down the video and I'm like, there's a minute missing. Wound up being 2 minutes and 54 seconds was missing. They were all about, nope, there's no there. And I questioned it. And that was my job, to question it. Like I said, I'm not a journalist, but my job's to question, right? But then when Dan Bongino supposedly took the day off, there was only one podcaster that I heard, that I know of, and you guys will keep me honest, that said, there's one thing I learned from Dan, and that was the 24 to 48 hour rule, and none of you are following it right now. And exactly. I'm going to let Dan Bongino tell this story. And nobody was saying that. Nobody. And
I did, but I didn't put it on anybody's page. But having watched him and you and whatever for a long, long time, and fact checking and doing my usual homework, even though I live in gay North Dakota, I'm like, no.
Yeah, but you doing that is normal, Mel. Mel, the people who okay, there's an adage in the movie Top Gun, and it's where Charlie walks in. He says, "You do not salute her. You do not salute her. She doesn't, but you damn well better listen to her, right? Because she's not in the military. She's a civilian contractor, and she has a GS rating, right? You listen to civilian contractors because they are not inundated with military speak, and they don't have the blinders on, and they don't have the discipline trained into them to think one way and only way, which is unit core God country. So in this case, listen to the purveyors, listen to the consumers, But what I'm saying is major podcasters, and I'm not a major podcaster, but nobody was saying this type of Liv, your thought. I mean, you were there. We talked about this. We held Kash and Dan, but we're the ones that predicted Susan Wiles was, and we found out that was true. We're the ones that you heard that whole 30 minutes where I broke it down and I said, I think she's the leak to Axios. And that actually wound up being true. What do you think about, go ahead, Mel, hold on. Let Olivia do this real quick. And then you chime in. Go ahead, Liv.
What do I think about what?
The whole thing we're talking about. I mean, your gut feeling about this. I mean, do you, that this is real, that the whole Epstein thing was pushed to the side because there's something larger going on here, and he knew that he was being trapped when they brought it up. He knew what they were going to do, because if you think he didn't know about writing an article, the Wall Street Journal piece had to be, at least a month in the making. If you think that he didn't hear that as the president of the United States, of course somebody told him. And he knew that they were going to start trying to distract with Epstein. That's why Pam Bondi, when she came out, she fucked up. And this is why Dan and Kash went out there and tried to put the toothpaste back in the tube, but they couldn't. And all of this steamrolled. And Trump's like, shut up about it, because what you're about to hear is going to blow that away. We're working on world peace. We're trying to go ahead and talk about the Texas floods. And he's trying to get the media to stay focused, knowing what the Democrats are going to do. And then he went to Wall Street Journal. He sent his attorneys in there. He warned them and said, don't you dare, and went to Murdoch and said, if you release this, we're going to sue your ass. And what do we find out? They don't have possession of the letter. This is all speculative. This is all he said, she said. And even if it is true, the funny thing is that Bill Clinton wrote a certified letter, visited Epstein in St. Croix, had him visit 17 times, and there is a confirmed letter from Bill Clinton writing the same birthday message to Epstein, and nobody fucking cares. That's how you know it's fake.
Yep. I've got a wish that something will happen, but I have no hope.
Yeah, I know, me neither.
I just hope it's not a waste of our time.
Well, yeah. Mel, go ahead.
Do you follow or do you watch John Solomon or follow John Solomon?
No, I don't have time to follow anybody anymore.
Because he's been in the weeds since 2016 in this whole evolution of all this whatever. And he was with Sarah Carter at the very beginning. The two of them were together.
Who I have a crush on, by the way. Total crush on Sarah Carter. I love her.
Who's Sarah Carter?
And
She
her
looks
and John
like you.
Solomon, I really listen to a lot and whatever. Well, John Solomon came out about a week and a bit ago going, there's something that's going to drop, like whatever he says. He says, there's something big that's going to drop. And I'm like, okay. So I wait. Because John Solomon doesn't publish things or say things unless he has receipts. And that's what I've learned over the last about 10 years, listening to him, and because him and Sarah were together, whatever. And both of them do the same thing. They don't come to the table without receipts. So when John Solomon says there's something really, really big coming down the pipe, he says it's not quite, for my whatever, it's not quite there yet. But he says, and he's not a fearmonger. He's not one of those sensationalists or whatever reporters.
Yeah.
Because he is. So I'm like, I'm kind of waiting now because.
Right, but Mel, you remember Olivia talked about this 3 months ago. She said there was something big going on from her contact that she had, who was people who was 2 levels removed from Donald Trump, who was a huge influence in a company I can't, or an intelligence agency I can't tell you about. I told you I told you a few months ago that there were FISA warrants coming out of the DOJ and the FBI of massive proportion. I told you that there were subpoenas and there were affidavits being drawn up.
Oh yeah.
So there's a grand jury on this. So this isn't the normal stuff. Like there is the fact that there's not a special prosecutor on this shows you that there's an indictment happening. There's too much static electricity in the air right now. Do I think it goes anywhere? Well, an indictment isn't a guaranteed conviction. It simply means that there's enough prosecutorial evidence to move forward.
And that's great.
And we don't know, but that's where the discovery phase comes in. I will tell you what, for Obama to go on a I Love My Wife tour on podcasts, literally right before this comes out, 2 days before, the fact that Comey's out there, the fact that everybody's out there and they're screaming, this is unfair, and stand by me. I will lay on my sword. I will come back with my shield or on it. The fact that
that was my next.
The fact that they're doing that either means they're the biggest idiots in the world for recognizing this and giving this air, or they're guilty as fuck.
Well, it's like I said about the Jason Aldean thing. They turn something that not many people know about into huge success because they can't keep their mouth shut.
Right. And I love the fact that they're keeping this out of the hands of the GOP. That way they don't get splattered with this in the midterms. Like this is all DOJ. They're not going for Senate approval. They're not going for congressional funding. They're not using the subpoena powers of the Congress. This is 100% the executive branch doing what they have, which is prosecutorial powers going after this. This is the way it's done.
And that's why you've seen in the last few days, X number of hundreds, well, not hundreds or whatever, but over 100, whatever, of DOJ people in that whatever are being let go.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? Do you know how many thousands of people the federal government released from their work? Do you know how many of those, what the reasons were? None of us do. We say it was for funding. We say it was to trim down the federal government. But if you look at USAID, and we all know it's a cover for the CIA, if you look at the IRS and what the 89,000 agents were going to be used for, which was going to be punitive measures against American citizens, moms and dads who spoke out against the public schools board, people who went after DEI, people who funded Donald Trump. You know that they were going to weaponize the IRS because that's the Obama two-step. It's what he did in his administration. It's what they did to Dinesh D'Souza and plenty others. We saw the workings of what was being set up. We saw it during COVID. We saw it during the lockdowns where government expansion and control was coming to a theater near us. What if the moves of releasing all these people were people who had ties to Obama? What if they were people that were holdovers for Biden? What if these are people who were leaking information or not trustworthy? There can be multiple reasons. And if that is the case, that they are cleaning up all of these people who are not just disloyal to Trump, because that's really not what it's about. They were disloyal to the United States government and our country. They were disloyal to the American people and what they were supposed to do. And if you remove all of those people, and you only have people who are loyalists to the law left, those people are going to want to work to restore order. They're going to want to work to restore law. They are not going to cover up things. And when they find something, or they find a piece of paper that incriminates this administration or another administration, and they have avenues to now report it without fear of retribution, what do you think's going to come up? It's certainly not going to be the bullshit they've been feeding us for the last 10 years. It's going to be the truth. And I think that's where all these whistleblowers are coming from. They feel empowered. This is why military recruitment's up. This is why morale around Washington, D.C. is up. This is why the country's doing better, because they believe that law and order is back in this country. And I'm telling you, the rank and file people in the FBI, CIA, NSA, and every other alphabet agency, they feel empowered that they can say something with a voice, and they're not going to be lashed out at by the media. They're not whistleblowers who are going to be considered to be crazy. They're not going to be laughed at and ridiculed in the media. We saw this happen. Every whistleblower that came out against Biden, they destroyed them. These are people who had 27, 28 years in the FBI. They ripped them apart.
And that's why now all Kash Patel and Dan and couple of other agencies are doing lie detector tests.
Right.
They're doing it to all their employees.
Yeah.
And they're asking them the same questions. And if it comes back going whatever, because you can't really cheat the machine. The machine is going to give you a wonky answer going, man, well, it might be. Well, if it might be, it probably is. So, and that's why that's been stepped up. And they're putting every employee through, and that scared the shit out of a whole lot of federal employees.
Well, that's the point.
And they've all of a sudden retired. I'm like, guys, you can't, because you're part of the problem. And that's what draining the swamp, originally what he did in 2016 to drain the swamp, that's what's happening now is the swamp is actually getting drained.
Well, they're banging on the snake holes, and they're going to see what stirs. So they're gonna just bang on the snake holes and see what comes out. And honestly, if Donald Trump's number one promise from 2016 that he failed to meet was drain the swamp, this doesn't feel like that. I'm telling you, this is going to lose the midterms if they fire and don't hit something, if there are not arrests over this, and it's the same if it's the same congressional bullshit that they're going to do a closed door hearing, they're going to go ahead and swap ponies, they're going to go ahead and give clarified immunity to people, then they're going to come out and they're going to burn some low-level staffers or put somebody out on stage and literally have the left hit them and defend them and the right go ahead and persecute them, but nothing is going to happen. This loses the midterm and it loses 2028 for us, period.
I 100% agree. There's got to be, like I said, it's got to be the big ones.
Yep.
It's got to be the big fish.
Yep.
It's got to be the supersized sturgeon, shark, like whatever. It's got to be the big name, the big number. It only needs one. It only takes one.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a whole bunch.
I know.
Just one.
I know. But you know what? It still needs to, it can't be a cod. And it can't be a guppy. You got to get a bass.
Got to be the shark.
Got to get a shark.
Got to be the shark.
Got to get a big mouth bass. Got to get a shark. You got to get a bit of big fat pregnant rainbow. You can't have a little tiny fish. You can't have some indiscretionary staffer take the hit. You have got to have Comey, Brennan, Tapper, Susan Rice. You know what? Fucking pull pull Loretta Lynch out of the woodwork and destroy her. Just take the Bill Clinton tarmac fucking literally quid pro quo that took place there and bring that to light. Whatever it is.
Yep.
You've got to do it. Anyway, Mel, I got to let you go. I love you, sister.
Yep. Love you.
All right. Bye. Mel from Canada. Absolutely love her. Liv, go ahead and punch them through. I know we got some donations we need to catch up. Go ahead. You read them off.
All right. Joanne Townsend, $10. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joanne. No, the statute of limitations have not run out on Crossfire Hurricane. Remember, you have a certain amount of time for certain crimes, but a federal crime, statute of limitations are very different on a federal crime. Okay, you're still putting those in.
Patricia Luza, 1080. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Patricia. You guys, great. Thank you for listen. These small ones help. Just these little donations, they all add up. And I know Olivia's got a crap ton of them to put in, so she's going to do that real quick. So,
and I don't. You said you pronounced it wrong.
Who?
Jetta.
It's Utah. Utah. Give me
two.
Give me
I
two.
will never forget that. Thank you. For
$5, Utah. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to pop the rest of these. Yep. And then we'll listen. I'm not promising convictions. What I'm promising is they're at least going to make the case. I don't see Pam Bondi and Dan Bongino and Kash Patel and Ratcliffe not doing that. When listen,
Patricia Good, 2110. Thank you very much.
Patricia, your book went out today and I signed it for you. I hope that was okay. I didn't know if you wanted me to sign it or not, but I did. If I want the case, and I'll tell you this, if Pam Bondi leads this charge and does what she's supposed to do, and she actually finally brings a case on Crossfire Hurricane or Obamagate or Hillary Clinton and the emails or whatever it is, if she actually does this, then we don't owe her an apology, but we might just have to give her the most improved player of the year.
Exactly.
She might just win MVP of the league. Janet Crenshaw, is that who it is?
Yep, Janet Crenshaw. Olivia, I love how Matt loves you. Thank you.
Oh, you should see it. It's
did you see them at 69?
Oh, she is. We're not big fans.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, we're not big fans.
That is honestly amazing. That was freaking hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
Yes, it was.
She's never asked for a refund. Are we good?
No,
Are we done?
Keep going, but I'll just
No. Keep going. $258.99. We're almost there. Let's keep going. We're having a good show. I don't want to stop because the stride. This new format of the show is where this is the way it should be. It should be fully confident. Olivia, you're killing it tonight. Like you're chiming in. That's what I want from you. Usually, you're kind of like a dead fish. You gonna read that off?
It just says Elizabeth Hall. Love your show. $5. Thank you very much.
Elizabeth, that's a big donation for you, and I appreciate you doing that.
it.
Elizabeth, you just thank you. We understand that's a lot, and we appreciate you.
This one is Carrie Ripley.
Thank you, Carrie.
$20 says thanks for all your hard work.
You got it. We got more coming. We got some interesting things coming up for you. And the show's going to run probably till 9:30 tonight.
Elizabeth, I have a question. It looks like 2 went through. Is one a mistake? If it is, please let us know and we'll refund it.
Yeah, we'll refund your $5 right away.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, please let us know. If it was a mistake, just tell us and we'll refund your $5 right now, okay?
Yeah, I know with Mel on the phone, I didn't put the donations in, so we got a lot during that phone call. So if that was you thought it hadn't gone through yet, just
yeah, we don't want to double dip.
Yeah, so just let me know.
Yeah, just let us know. So let's go. We talked about this. If you guys remember, there was this concert, Fire Aid, and it was after the Los Angeles fires. It wasn't Lahaina. And they raised $50 million for victims. I want to get all the donations in before I show this because this is a good size video, and this is going to piss people off. Like this, I've got a lot to show tonight, but if we just get to this, I'm fine with it because this doesn't make me happy at all. Like this is the kind of crap where I go after 501c3s. You guys know that I've been a part of several 501c3s. know most of the veteran 501c3s, and there are hundreds of them.
Debbie Hensley, whoa there, Little Beaver. We have another donation.
Roger that.
Little Beaver is now my official new
not since
nickname.
she had kids. It's not so little anymore.
Are you freaking serious?
So anyway, is there an echo? Hello. Now, batting, many, mota. We got a couple others, so get going. Hurry up.
All right. Kat Alkire says, cutting into my Leave California fund. You are worth it.
Oh, you're the best, Kat.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kat. You are the best. Are we done?
No. Uno más.
Okay.
And then I got to check Venmo.
Okay, you got to check Venmo?
Yep.
All right. Listen, we'll take our time. We're getting it.
It's all part of the plan.
That's right. Nope, they are for you. So Elizabeth put hers other $5 in.
All right, Matt, I honestly believe that something is up. You have always been right. Something's a brewing, sir. Bring it down. 3150 Mr. Hollandaise. Thank you so much.
And bring it all down. Like, if there were Democrats, Republicans, independents, I don't care. Whoever was involved, bring them all down. That's what I want to see.
All right. And Elizabeth Hall, I'm putting in your other donation right now. So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yep. Dumb show must be 9:30. Yes, ma'am. Rachel, it is Eastern time. Yes, ma'am. So we'll be done at 9:30. All right. Let's get going. We have a big show Thursday. Don't forget T.S. Dixon, author of Olivia's book. Olivia, put that up there. It's right there.
Wrong side.
I got it. Right there. The woke mind virus is going to be sitting in this seat on my lap.
He's sitting in this seat?
T.S. Dixon. No, I'm gonna put him somewhere. I don't know. I don't even know if we might use this format. We might use something else. I don't know. We might even use the library. I don't know. I'm deciding. I got to figure that out. So here is this fire aid money, and this was done by Fox Local. I got to give them credit. It's actually an excellent story. You guys need to listen to this, because this is the type of stuff that 501c3s do that drive me absolutely crazy. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I got to get this thing off.
I know. I don't know why it freezes sometimes.
Oh, I change in the middle. It's my fault. Well, it's not my fault. It just happens. All right, here's the video. Listen to this. This is not good.
A star-studded concert that raised $100 million for wildfire victims. But where did all that money go? Investigative journalist Sue Pascoe has been digging for answers, and what she's discovered might just surprise you. And Sue Pascoe, she joins me now live on set. You are the editor of Circling the News.
Yes,
we can clearly see that. Thanks for the work that you're doing. So this is personal and professional for you, because you lost your home in the Palisades fire, but that's not necessarily how this story landed in your lap. How did this all come to be?
A reader sent me a little note and said, I've never seen any fire aid money. How do I apply for fire aid money? And I thought, well, I've never thought about that. There's 12,000 people, basically 12,000 homes gone. Those people probably want to know where the money is. This will be an easy task to find out. So I contacted the Annenberg. They never responded.
And the Annenberg is
Foundation, because they are overseeing the wildfire funds, yes. So I emailed them several times. They never responded. I called them several times. They never responded. And finally, it was like almost 2 weeks later, a woman got back to me and she said, oh, I'm sorry for the delay. The person you need to speak to is Chris Wallace. He's a media spokesperson for wildfire funds. So I contacted Chris and I said, victims want to know when they can get their money. Seems like a very simple question. He said, basically, they don't. All this money are going to nonprofits, and then nonprofits will take care of making sure the money's distributed. So I looked at initially they gave $50 million to about 120 nonprofits. And I looked at these nonprofits, and one of them said, we help mobile home parks. And there were 2 mobile home parks in the Palisades, all low income. And so I contacted the people there. They had never received any money. They had never heard of that. When you go through, I would urge everyone to just go to the nonprofits that are listed. If you want to go.
Now, understand this, is that 501c3 filings are public record. You can walk into any 501c3 and demand for them to open the books. This is one of the reasons that 501c3s are tax havens for a lot of bigger companies who are trying to move their money into different areas. I've told you guys about Valor Construction. Their 501c3 is a joke. It is a complete scam. And I got no problem saying it. And anytime, Brian, you want to come on, or Adam, and you want to try to defend yourselves, we will fucking destroy you. You guys pretend you're a veteran organization. You're not a veteran organization. And this is what I found in a lot of these 501c3s, and is that when you go into their books, they do not donate nearly what they say they're going to. You can take a look at Wounded Warrior. If you want to see a really amazing 501c3, look at the Purple Heart Foundation. Look at Pause. Look at the Gary Sinise Foundation. Look at Tunnels to Towers. Look at Team Rubicon. These are 501c3s. But the level of corruption from 501c3s is absolutely ridiculous. And a lot of these are just tax havens and tax shelters. So the problem is that when they have this money, this $100 million, and they donate $50 million to 501c3s, what do you think that is? Well, that's a tax deductible contribution. The moment that they put that into a 501c3, that is a tax deduction. So that company, which is a charitable foundation, has the ability to put that money in people's hands, yet they have to pay the gross up on those taxes. This is why people donate to 501c3s, is to distribute their charitable giving so they can write it off. And in my opinion, if you are a charity and you are you're saying you're fundraising for these people, then that money should go directly to those people. But that's not what happens. And the fact that you did this is literally, it's a level of embezzlement. This is a complete white collar. It is fraud. It's a white collar crime. You're raising money for other charitable foundations that these charities or that these people did not agree to. You are collecting money on a false pretense. Okay, this is a person who gives money all the time. We give 10% of our money to Travis Banyan Foundation. We give money to people all the time who come on our show and their charitable contributions. I've worked with 501c3s. I can tell you, working with Flags of Valor and working with Valor, I have worked with 501c3s. There really aren't any 501c3s that are really have a reputable name that I haven't worked with. And I will tell you that a lot of them are complete dog shit.
Good laugh. I mean, one of the nonprofits cleans preschool bathrooms. Well, after the fire, who knows? Maybe there is a preschool bathroom that needs cleaning.
Yeah. In other words, a lot of these nonprofits are ancillary, if you will.
That's a nice way of saying it.
And you urge people, our viewers, they can go on the Fire Aid website. And yes, in terms of if you're Fire Aid, you can say, we have listed all the nonprofits. So they've given out $75 million so far. And you can see for yourself each nonprofit that has received money. The vetting process, though, that's an interesting angle to this story as well, because there's still.
So here's the thing. So by them collecting $75 million and redistributing it, that's great. But then they kept $25 million for themselves for the overhead for the entertainers. And if the entertainers donated their time, they get a tax write-off. So this is a giant tax haven. So if you go to Gary Sinise or Tunnel for Towers, you're going to see that some of these guys are rated at 97, 98% of their proceeds go directly to victims. You look at Gold Star Foundation, same type of stuff. And they keep a basic bare amount to pay for payroll and also marketing and things like that. That's a good company. But when you take a look at that, there's other, I'm not going to mention names, WWP, that literally puts in 65, 70% into marketing and fundraising capability and payroll and event sponsoring and things to that effect. That is not the same thing. You can go and find every single line item. And I've done this with plenty. When they tried to break down the Reefs Across America, and I did that show that guy was trying to attack, I went in there and I found all of their charitable contributions, and I showed you their numbers and what their fundraising was based off, and then I went into his and I showed you that the guy was a complete scam artist. This is stuff that you can find and look up yourself. Do not give to charities. Never give to the Red Cross. Never give to the Salvation Army. Ever. Ever. These companies literally are gift for profit.
Yeah, the Salvation Army is
they're horrible.
Horrible. They advertise that they're all about equality and that they are one of the largest companies to employ disabled people. They like to tout that they have a lot of Down syndrome employees. Like one of their CEOs is down. But because they are disabled at the level that they're disabled, they are not legally required to pay them minimum wage.
Yeah.
So these people are going in and they're making $4 or $5 an hour while their CEOs are getting $5 to $10 million a year. It is the most corrupt, horrible thing in the entire world.
Okay, you need to love the dog.
Oh.
She wants super love. Give mommy love. Mommy.
Hi, baby.
Love her. She wants love huge.
Kiddo. All right.
All right.
Frank Wood, thank you very much. Keep it up, Matt and Olivia. You're the best. $20. Thank you so much, Frank. Appreciate it.
You got it. Here's the rest of the interview.
Another round of funding that will be given out. If you're a nonprofit, you would just have to fill out a simple, very simple questionnaire. Six questions. So what do you make of the vetting process?
I think they're not helping the victims at all. Let's just say, and the other thing you should know, if you go on there, they don't say how much each individual nonprofit gets. So there are 2 nonprofits that are for the homeless people in the Palisades, Los Angeles in general, that they're getting money from LASA. So why are these nonprofits also getting money from Fire Aid? I don't know. They're homeless nonprofits. Of course, we're all homeless now, but.
And to be clear, we have reached out to actually the Attorney General, Rob Bonta, to see if this is on his radar, because this is a whole lot of money and you are well connected in your community and you don't know anybody who has received Fire Aid money.
That's correct.
So what is your advice if you're a victim, and there are several who are probably watching tonight who lost their home like yourself, where do you go from here?
Hopefully with people like you who are bringing it to the attention of America, really, because we have all these people I know in the Midwest where I'm from who said, we want to give money, where do we give it? How can we help the people? This Fire Aid money is not helping the people. It's helping nonprofits, many of them who have executives that are getting a 6-figure salary. The money is not going to the victims that you wanted the money to go to.
Yeah, you make a great point, because a lot of people, this was an international story, and a lot of people people who really couldn't afford to give money, they big
sent their $20,
right.
Yes.
And where's that money going, right?
Exactly.
All right, well, if you want to follow Sue's reporting, you can do so. Again, this is at circlingthenews.com. Sue Pasco. Sorry.
Hey,
hold on. Thomas says, did you mean Goodwill Industries or Salvation Army? Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Both.
Yes is the answer to that.
Yeah.
ARC, thrift stores, all of that crap. All of them are donate for profit. What's up?
Yep. Could you just go over real quick? I thought you did, but she didn't hear it. Debbie wants to know good places to donate for veterans that are honest.
Team Rubicon, Gary Sinise Foundation, Tunnels for Towers, Travis Banyan Foundation, Purple Heart Foundation, Green Beret Foundation, Gold Star Families, Gold Star Parents, PAWS, it's good, PAWS. Hiring Our Heroes, pretty good. They're Toyota, but they're pretty good. Cajun Navy, I'd give to Team Rubicon though. Team Rubicon's excellent. Like my first 3 choices: Team Rubicon, Gary Sinise Foundation, Travis Banyan, and Tunnels for Towers. Those are top 4, and those should get you where you want to go. Lighthouse for the Blind Foundation. I haven't. Yeah, I haven't. But those are the best military. I mean, truly. Wounded Warrior Project.
The amount of crap, I think we donated one year, like 5-6 years ago.
We didn't donate. Somebody, no, it's when I was doing those figurine paintings and I painted a figure from a guy and they donated money on my behalf.
Oh, that's right.
I've never given money to Wounded Warrior.
Since then, we have gotten so much crap, and the amount of stuff in those envelopes, it's like they're sending us like a quarter and stamps and pens and
I mean, it's all tchotchke shit, but it adds up.
But it's like if you're sending that to millions of people, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
To be sending out. Don't send that out. Send out a newsletter.
Yeah.
And that's it, you know?
So WNBA was out in full force as they brought shirts saying pay us. And everyone here knows how much I love the WNBA. Just my favorite. But they wore pay the players. And to me, this was during the All-Star game.
They have an All-Star game for the WNBA?
Yeah, it basically was 7 hours.
Should it be the Mid-Star game?
Score was 4-2. It was just incredibly exciting, just a nail biter. Here is the video, and then I have another video to show you. Folks, donations are still open. We're at $370.49. We haven't broke 400 in a while. Would love to do that. If somebody is out there and wants to help out, we would appreciate it. We don't pretend to donate our money. This is going straight into our pockets and funds the show. But you also know, and a lot of people have been here, is that we do a lot of good. And we just don't ask for accolades and awards for it, but we help and give as often as we can to our viewers and also charitable contributions to those charities that I mentioned. But here's the video.
Let's welcome the night official, making her second All-Star officiating, reaching the
Pay us what you owe us. Well, officially, they owe the NBA. The NBA has subsidized the WNBA for 30 years. Last year, it lost almost $50 million.
I was going to say, you have to actually make a profit to make some money.
Do not give money to the USO. Any major... I wouldn't give money to the USO either. Nope. Tunnels for Towers, Team Rubicon, Gary Sinise Foundation, Travis Manion Foundation, Purple Heart Foundation, Green Beret Foundation, Pause. I would not give money to USO. I wouldn't give money to the Red Cross. I wouldn't give money to ARC thrift stores. I wouldn't give money to Salvation Army. I wouldn't give money to... Nope. Not at all. Not a dollar. So pay us what you owe us. Here's Olivia. You know how many people that I've employed, interviewed in my career, yes. Whether it be in the military or whether it be in the civilian sector. Can you guess how many people have been under my employ throughout my career? Can you take a guess?
At least 10,000, I would think.
Almost 30,000 people.
Yeah, I mean, as far as interviews go, jeez.
Oh, yeah, with the interviews, oh my gosh, ridiculous. I mean, just for Apple alone, we did like 3,000 interviews in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
So, but these are people who've been under my supervision or have worked directly for me over my career. And that's working at an Apple store that's got, 175 employees, and 4 other Apple stores combined have over 1,000 employees. Talking about NBC Comcast that has retail, .gov, indirect, direct, business sales, retail sales, expansion stores and kiosks. You're talking 3,700 people.
Yeah, you also had freaking Hollywood Video, the entire Phoenix.
Yeah. So,
area, and then
and Game Crazies and Movie Gallery, Bed Bath and Beyond,
or not Bed Bath, Bath and Body Works. You had 4 states. I mean,
yeah. So a lot of employees, and I will tell you that we never gave a raise to any employee that didn't hit their metrics, not once. No. If you didn't hit your metrics, your sales goals and your numbers, you never got a raise. You may be getting a minimum, but your eval was never above a 3, and you never received anything above the 3% raise, which is just standard. If you don't want to lose employees, you got to give them something. But in no way, shape, or form did we ever? So here's my answer. I'm not even going to talk about the profit and loss statement of the WNBA. It's a $12.7 billion annual men's NBA. And the women's loses $50 million a year. So
why do they still do it?
Because it's all about optics. That's why. It's optics. So let's assume this. Let's assume that we don't base it on your metrics of how much money you bring in, because ultimately that's the responsible of the NBA to make a profitable business model. Okay. I mean, even people who Amazon lost money for its first like 20 years of business because they were reinvesting into infrastructure, but they still paid their employees.
Yeah.
You're being paid what your contract states. That's the money you owe. You're being paid. Nobody's saying, did you not receive your paycheck? No, you did. Okay, then shut the fuck up and take the shirt off. And they probably would make more money if they would go down to the local Diamond Cabaret and actually take the shirt off. They would make more money as strippers. And most strippers are lesbians, so they'll fit right in. Now, the thing about it is this. Let's base it on the metrics. So let's base it on your skill, which is what most people get raises for. Not because you're a nice person, but because you exceed the metrics that have been laid out for you in your job parameters. That's what a jobs detail report is. That's what KPI indicators are, performance index indicators. So let's watch the All-Star highlights. Liv?
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're going to watch the All-Star highlights. You tell me what you think of this. Here we go. Oh,
air ball.
And right away, Asia Wilson along.
Air ball.
Making her way up the floor. Nafisa Collier. Long shovels into Thomas. Thomas misses the ledge. Thomas misses the ledge.
Oh. He could have hit water if they fell out of a fucking boat. These are all-stars. Like, these are the best of the best. This is the creme de la creme. Well, that doesn't quite work out, does it? They are the mocha of the mocha. That is just complete dog shit. That is an all-star game. You are getting paid exactly what you deserve. Exactly what you deserve. McDonald's is hiring. Go work at Burger King. You'd have it your way right away. But I'm sorry, you couldn't pay me to go to a WNBA game. I would literally slit my wrist to see color instead of going to a WNBA game. What do you say?
Nothing. It was racist.
No, say it. You say racist shit all the time. JD Stillwood donated $15 renovations coming along. Point is finished. Floor is next. Great show. We want pictures. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you see plenty of color at a WNBA game.
You're so racist. That is horrible. You can't say that. Yeah, you can actually.
I told you.
What you could have said is, you're not going to see the color green, but you can see the color black.
You know.
It's kind of bullshit how much they hate Caitlin Clark.
And
she is the Rosetta Stone to get what they want.
She's freaking their golden girl, but because
she's white and she's not a lesbian, she has a boyfriend.
And she's better than every single player in the WNBA.
Nah, she's top. She's top 5.
But
she's pretty good. She's good.
If
she can learn to defend up the post and actually protect the ball a little bit more. But when she gets a pressure applied to her, physical pressure, where they actually are not in foul territory, but they're borderline, they get under her craw. All you got to do is play her physical and she shuts down. But she'll get bigger. She'll get stronger. Once those steroids kick in.
CJ Jenkins, thanks for everything y'all do. 2625. Thank you so very much, CJ.
Thank you. Folks, we're not racist here. We're equal opportunity racists. We hate everybody. So we make fun of everybody. Jews, Gentiles, transvestites, straight, it doesn't matter. And the WNBA deserves to be made fun of. That league is literally a soup sandwich. I would rather watch soccer.
Football.
Everyone's like golf. Golf is great. I like. Jeez. Shut it. God. Last story for tonight, I think. That's a good time. Yeah, we're close. Let's see. Which one am I gonna show you guys? There's a bunch. Oh, I gotta show you this. So, disturbing audio. is the new trend. They're pulling up old Howard Stern. Yeah, listen, Olivia,
because Howard Stern's totally where I'm going to turn to when I want real news.
Right. Just to get on Howard Stern, you know what they say? Listen, you got to come up here and you got to be totally fine with making up stories and shit that are sexual in nature and rude and crude. Are you okay with doing that? George Takei fondled a man's penis inside Howard Stern's show. Grabbed his dong right there. This is the type of guy we're talking about. George Takei, you know, flaming freaking Enterprise. Yeah. Oh. Captain, your phaser is so stimulating. Such a fucking fairy. But George Takei, the biggest douche plow in the world, who kind of really started off liberals going knuck and futz.
Yeah.
This guy, the flaming pear, he grabbed live on a recording, grabbed a guy's dick. There was a woman who made love to a speaker.
I remember that. Yep.
There was a woman who gave Howard Stern and wanted to literally have sex with him. And her name was... I
think he's gotten a few blowjobs, I think.
Well, no, he's never went that far. But whatever her name... I don't remember her name. Like, I am so out of date with porn. I don't know. But the point is, plenty of porn stars, rude, crude shit. Who cares? So this is what Donald Trump said. I want you to listen to it. And they're flipping out. They're saying he says he's going to have sex with maybe not a 12-year-old, but a 13-year-old would be okay. That's not what he said. Listen to this. God, I can't believe I got to do this. So stupid. They're just grasping at straws. Like the last 10 years, the most investigated man on the planet, D.B. Cooper, Al Capone, Ted Bundy, the Night Stalker, Enron. He's got them all beat. Donald Trump is the most investigated man or corporate entity ever in the world. And now they're finding this. Listen to this.
What is the best thing about being Donald Trump right now?
Well, other than the fact I'm married, okay?
Right.
And I'm very happily married. I have a great wife. But if I weren't married, I'd be able to get all of the girls I want, except for possibly Robin.
Do you think you could now be banging 24-year-olds?
Oh, absolutely. I have no trouble.
Would you do it?
I have no problem.
Yeah, do you have an age limit, or would you...
No, I have no age. I mean, I have an age... I don't want to be
the
like...
upper bracket, yeah.
Foley with, 12-year-olds.
Can I make a prediction for you?
Yes.
I say you have one more marriage in you.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. I'm sure Melania will love to hear that.
No.
I mean... Okay, so somebody asked me, do I have an age limit on girls
What is the best thing about
I have sex with? My answer would be most assuredly, well, of course I have an age limit. I would say I'm not going to sleep with anybody underage. But to Donald Trump, his thoughts are, yeah, I'm not going to sleep with a 12-year-old. There is no answer that even direct. Liv, do you think that basically means he says anyone between 13 and 17 is fair game? Come on.
No.
Give me a break.
No.
I mean, come on. I mean, seriously, they're so desperate. This was 25 years ago. So this is what we're going to see now. This is just like the freaking grab him by the pussy tape. Guys, I want to let you know, Donald Trump is a philanderer. I'm sorry. In his youth, he was a playboy. He was a billionaire. He slept with any woman he wanted. He got a lot of sex. Good for him. Who cares? We've all made mistakes. You're just jealous. You're just jealous. Donald Trump has a great family. He's married to Melania now. He seems very, very happy. They seem happy. They show affection. Everyone says they don't. That's a complete fucking lie. Everybody I know who knows Donald Trump says that they're very kind to each other. There's no behind the scenes. These people hate him. To get on Howard Stern, you have to go ahead and be raunchy and as crude as him. And that's just the way it is. That there is a reason why, the Pope doesn't go on Howard Stern. There's a reason why, major religious leaders don't go on Howard Stern. Because they're probably doing all those things. They just don't want to openly admit
It's
it.
the motherfucking Antichrist.
Howard, you're the motherfucking Antichrist.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
It's such a great movie. Howard Stern, if you haven't seen Howard Stern Private Parts, it's actually quite good.
It actually is.
It really is a good movie. It's not bad at all. I totally recommend watching it because it is funny. And Howard Stern is a douche plow. There's no doubt about it. But he was pretty brilliant with what he did to MSNBC.
Yeah.
Here, storms are coming. We're going to get nailed. I do have to show this. This is Tucker Carlson.
Oh my gosh. I looked up and it looked like a fat Ryan Reynolds. And I was like, what
It
the
does
hell
look like a
happened
fat
to
Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds? I was like, what in the world? I was like, did Just Friends Part 2 come out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Rob says, I cannot believe you all been married for 25 years. I've got underwear that are older than you, I'm pretty sure. Seriously, you guys look about 30.
Thanks. We've been married for 23 years next month.
23 years next month. I'm 50.
Been together for 26.
Am I 51 or 52?
You are 51.
I'm 51 and she is 46.
45. Don't put a year on me, dear.
So yeah.
45. At my age, that's very important to not make me
So
older than I
Can I say
actually
something?
am.
Nobody said anything about the black shirt, whether it plays tonight. Does it play? Is it?
I know we're not in t-shirts tonight, and I actually curled
Everybody likes
hair,
my t-shirt.
so
You know,
I'm just curious.
Shirley Butler, you should have heard what she said. She goes, Matt, why do you look so skinny in this picture? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, when I stand up, I'm 6'4". I'm fairly lean. I mean, Olivia will tell you, I wear a shirt. There's no gut. I'm a lean guy, and I'm fairly built on the top. And she goes, no, Matt, we're used to seeing your muscles or something. Shirley, naughty.
JD, August 22nd.
What?
He said, what date, Olivia? I would assume he wants the anniversary.
Oh, yeah, for us, August 22nd.
August 22nd, 2002.
So nobody said, listen, I know I usually wear t-shirts, but I'm kind of enjoying this. I ordered like 7 of them. They're nice. They're nice. They're very comfy. I like them. And plus it's, it's a little more professional. I don't know. Shirley says, I know what, oh shit, Shirley's here.
What'd Shirley say?
I just told you. She's like,
you just did the dog thing.
I know. She's like, why do you look so lean in this picture and skinny? I'm like, I don't know. I'm tall, whatever. And then she goes, well, no, Matt, this doesn't do you justice. Like, and I'm like, oh, that's sweet. I don't think she was saying anything inappropriate. You don't need to kill her. No, you don't need her social security number. All right. So this is Tucker Carlson. Paul Ronsheimer was on with Tucker Carlson, and he asked him a simple question. Did you apologize to Trump? I have never seen Tucker Carlson so like, you guys tell me what you think. You tell me. By the way, I don't like that we didn't have a lot of phone calls tonight. I like next time we should have more phone calls. I really enjoyed Friday.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was nice. We need more phone calls. It doesn't mean calling right now because we're leaving, but listen to this. This is the weirdest interaction I've seen. Just watch Tucker. I've never seen him frazzled.
Trump said you apologized to him on the phone. Is that true?
Okay. No.
No, it's not true.
No, I will say this. I mean, great. I don't care. I really like Trump. I campaign for Trump. I just to say it again. I agree with Trump. I have agreed with Trump on the issues. I'd be happy. I'm the first to apologize because I am the most mindful of my limits and my own absurdities and the nonsense that I have spouted over the years. Like, I don't think I'm God. And so I'm happy to apologize. You can ask anyone who knows me. I'm an apologizer.
So you're apologizing now publicly. Do I understand
I would
right?
apologize for. I didn't attack Trump then. I disagreed with him. And I said how I wasn't, I didn't say, I don't think anything that would warrant an apology.
Trump said you apologized.
Wow. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, is that the Tucker Carlson, who literally can't?
He looked a little flustered.
Like, why would he be flustered? Other than, well, there's one of two things. One, he really did apologize to Trump. Or two, he didn't want to answer because he doesn't want to offend Trump. Or three, he's really embarrassed by this.
What would he have to apologize to Trump for? Since I don't watch him.
Shirley Butler says, I was just about to say you look good in that button-down shirt, but now fuck you, Matt. That's good. That's funny. Tucker Carlson is annoying. He annoys the shit out of me. But that was just weird. I don't know what to think of it. You guys tell me. I don't need to dive into it, but I do need to show one more. I've got to show the Megyn Kelly video, and not because she's Megyn Kelly,
No, that's why, because she's Megyn
No,
Kelly.
I didn't. You know what? Should I show the Megyn Kelly video or should I show Hunter Biden literally melting the fuck down? Yeah, we got to do that. We got to do Hunter Biden.
I got to see Hunter Biden melting
Hunter
down.
Biden says that his crack dealer was deported.
Are you freaking serious?
That's what he said. This is oh my Lord, this is ridiculous.
Well, the interviewer is a Philly fan. if
Rob
not
says,
mistaken.
I'm glad I stumbled into the show, Patriots, and thanks for not beating my ass for being in a bad mood. Can't wait to hang out with you guys again. Trust me, Rob, everybody here who's been here long enough will deal with my wrath upon occasion. I'm in a great mood, and I've been in a great mood. And honestly, I don't care if people struggle with the show. This is not a show you get anesthetized to. It continues to grow and develop.
Changes every day.
It's never the same show, and it's some days we don't talk about politics at all because we don't want to. We're just not built that way. We like to talk about our lives and our kids and sex, copious amounts of sex.
Kids are very involved, but we also talk to our audience, and we get involved with the audience. And I talk to people all night.
Yeah. And thank you.
Like I'm sarcastic. Like Gregory says, he said, Olivia, with your hair curled and that shade of green tonight, you look 30. And I said, thanks. Are you saying I look old on the other nights?
It's nice.
And that's just funny.
Nothing like guilt.
He's like negative.
All right.
But I'm just messing with you, Gregory. I appreciate the compliment.
Here's the Hunter interview. No, this is not artificial intelligence. No, this is not doctor. No, I did not change the audio or splice it. This is 100% uncut based upon the people who recorded the show. I don't know if they did any of that, but I'm letting you know this is ridiculous. Listen to this.
Opinions, but fuck him. Fuck him and everybody around him. I don't have to be fucking nice. Number one, I agree with Quentin Tarantino. Fucking George Clooney is not a fucking actor. He is a fucking, I don't know what he is. He's a brand. And by the way, and God bless him. You know what? He supposedly treats his friends really well. You know what I mean? Buys them things. And he's got a really great place in Lake Como. And he's great friends with Barack Obama. Fuck you. What do you have to do with fucking anything? Why do I have to fucking listen to you? What right do you have to step on a man who's given 52 years of his fucking life to the service of this country and decide that
he sounds
It's
like
just
Joe.
like Biden. It's
Listen to
just
him.
like
It's like
Biden.
literally if Joe had Tourette's and drank a fifth of tequila. I mean, this is outstanding. Like I want Hunter Biden on my show. He's a party animal.
you, George Clooney,
Maybe he'll
are going
bring
to
the
take out
laptop.
basically a full-page ad in the fucking New York Times to me and James Carville, who hasn't run a race in 40 fucking years, and David Axelrod, who had one success in his political life, and that was Barack Obama. And that was because of Barack Obama, not because of fucking David Axelrod. And David Plouffe, and all of these guys, and the Pod Save America guys, who were junior fucking speechwriters in, on Barack Obama's Senate staff, who have been dining out on the relationship with him for years, making millions of dollars. The Anita Dunns of the world, who's made $40, $50 million off the Democratic Party. They're all going to insert their judgment over a man who has figured out, unlike anybody else, how to get elected to the United States Senate over 7 times, how to pass more legislation than any president in history, how to have a better midterm election than anybody in history, and how to garner more votes than any president that has ever run. And they're going to replace their judgment for his. Not to mention, who's Jake?
I mean, this.
I'm pretty sure he made a lot of money off the Democratic Party too. It wasn't just those other people.
Well, yeah. I mean, and then he went on for 5 minutes. I mean, this thing is. I don't have the time to show you, folks. I have so much that we didn't get to show you tonight, and I feel bad. But
you can show Megyn Kelly tomorrow with Leroy on the show. That way you can Google and all.
Yeah, you guys got
her.
to see this video of Megyn Kelly, and then I do want to show you the Ellen DeGeneres chicken farm. Liv, it's a minute. Can I show the Ellen? Okay, so Ellen DeGeneres has left the United States. We all know this, and she has.
Did she run away because of her scandal, or is because Trump got elected?
No, she moved to the United Kingdom, and she just said, "I'm out of here. I'm done with this." And good for her. You know what? Good. At least she actually stuck to her word, and she's running a chicken farm. This is great. I mean,
she's always loved animals.
Maybe if she wouldn't have yelled and screamed at her employees and been like Adolf Hitler for a boss, without the mustache, but the haircut. This is her on her farm. Listen, watch this. Listen, there's times I have nothing against Ellen DeGeneres. I don't care. She's not a political player. She ran a show. She was supposedly a real asshole to her employees, but whatever. I don't care as long as she's happy. And here's my entire message. As long as she's happy. And guess what? You'll be happy to know that Ellen DeGeneres seems happy doing the things that she made fun of people, being a lib lab who was an elite, who now just wants to be left alone on a farm. You can't make this shit up.
Ow, these things are sharp even through the gloves.
That's because those aren't gloves. You're not wearing gloves. Your thread on your weed whacker is way too short for doing that. You need a much longer thread. That's too short.
Good job, baby. Chickens. Come on, chickens.
She's not a vegan?
Come on. Come on.
That chicken.
You're funny when you run.
I actually like chickens.
One of the families I nanny for has 4, and they yell at me every time I walk in the door. It's hilarious.
Linda likes to go straight to the source. No, that's too much.
You're fat enough already.
Come on, Mabel. Come on. Yes.
That's Linda?
Yeah, Linda. Come here. Come on.
We call her Linda Blair.
Come on, Linda.
She has that weird disease where her head could turn around completely.
Come on. Come on, Linda, here. Come on.
So the only thing I'm going to say before I give it to Olivia is actors always acting. So you lived a lifestyle with champagne and all the cars and the mansions and the glitz and the holy shit. Who is that?
Paul Rivera. Well done, dummies. Overdriving. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you for the overdrive, man. We appreciate it. 463.73. Great night. We really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. They're always acting. So all those times that you guys made fun of the flyover states and you made fun of simple life in these towns, and all you guys want to do is get away and create a farm and raise animals and be left alone. Well, maybe we do understand each other finally. Olivia?
I would like to say hello to Brandon Stark on YouTube. We have a liberal troll because we are apparently all about treason.
Why is he a troll? Because he said that.
Well,
I'm a true patriot. Brandon Stark. Okay, hold on. I'm a true patriot, Rachel, and I'm fighting for my country against traitor Nazi MAGA fags.
It's all treason. That's
so.
What
Hold on a
this
second.
show
So
is all about.
let's break that down. Traitor, Nazi, MAGA, fags. How did the Nazis feel about homosexuality? And it's interesting that you use fags as a slur. So you're a patriot, but you only like people like you. And if not, you categorize them and pigeon them whole into a certain category. Wow, that really sounds like what the Nazis did. Why didn't you call us a rat too, or vermin? You could go ahead and really get the Third Reich language down. And MAGA is Make America Great Again. What's so threatening about that? What has Donald Trump done that makes you feel that he resembles the Nazi regime? Which, if you look at fascism and you look at totalitarianism or you look at socialism, those are closer on the spectrum to your party than Republicans. Now, it never used to be. You guys used to be for the ACLU and civil rights and all of that, but no longer. In fact, you cared about borders too. None of that is what you care about. Now, if you take a look at the Democratic Party and you take a focus on that, you started the KKK, Jim Crow laws, modern day eugenics, modern day slave plantations. I don't know if you've actually studied what FDR did, but you also usurped power and were in office for 4 fucking years. Take a look at the modern day slave plantations. Look at civil rights. If it wasn't for the Republicans, actually more Republican states voted for civil rights than the 13 southern states which didn't. Now you might talk about the Great Party Switch, which didn't take place because LBJ planted the Great Society, if you remember, which is one of the most racist policies ever outside of Manifest Destiny, that you didn't vote for a Republican for 20 years. So that party switch you guys fucking talk about, you're still the racist party. So I'm kind of trying to understand what you're talking about. Is it that you only like fags when you're voting in election years, or is it just all the time? So, Brandon, you can call. You're calling a spade a spade? But see, you can't demonstrate what you're talking about. Please explain to me what language in this conversation makes us a traitor, Nazi, fag.
And treasonous.
That's what traitor is, honey.
Yeah,
no, they're going to be like, you can be a traitor and you haven't committed treason. I love when they mansplain to me. I'm still waiting, Brandon. Brandon, call in the show. Please make my night. I want to make another $200-$300. The best way to do that is you calling in. Oh, you're getting fucking worked. Look at you. You're not even talking anymore. What a pussy. Come on. Is there any liberal out there that has balls?
A pair of balls. Come on.
Seriously.
Are they in your husband's purse?
Go to your husband, walk over, go into his purse, grab your balls, try to find your spine, and call in. Come on, Brandon. What a pussy. Brandon got rocked.
He needs to go change his tampon.
That was fucking so easy. I mean, seriously, is there any challenge out there from any liberal that would actually call in and have a pair? Brandon,
he needs to go change his tampons.
You know what's
out the door.
You know what's funny about Brandon is we took on the entire Groyper army, and we rocked them all. They don't even come by anymore. You know, because they tried to, it's the Jews, real Nazis. You know, the ones that are actually.
And they actually called in. Some of them actually called in.
So Nazis have more testicles than you do, Brandon. What a pussy. See, he bailed. He knows. He's like, about 3 seconds and he's like, oh, fuck, this guy knows history. Oh, this guy really knows the story. There's no way I'm going to be able to compete. Because the truth is that you're surface level. You're like an onion. Not only do you make me cry and you smell like shit, but when you peel back, you realize that you don't know anything. All you know is your talking points. Nazi, 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 MAGA, 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 orange turd, orange turd, orange turd. My liberal kung fu is so fucking strong. It's like Neo in the Matrix when like 30 bullets are coming at him and he's just like, you can't compete. I am 4 years molded and emblazoned by the fires of Mordor. I've been on Facebook. You can't touch me. I've heard it all. And you know what's funny? You guys, oh yeah, well you're handsome and have a hot wife and actually make good money on a show and successful and your hobby is more successful than anything in my entire life and you're tall. Yeah, and you're fit and got a good-looking family. You live in the top-rated county in the United States and you got a big house and fuck! I hate my life. I'm going to go masturbate with turtle wax because it doesn't beat up in the shower. It's all right, Brandon. You suck. Oh, here he is. You support pedophiles like Trump and Roy Moore. Facts. Give me Roy Moore. Fuck Roy Moore. I don't support Roy Moore. Roy Moore is an absolute see you next Tuesday.
Roy Moore is.
Nobody cares about Roy Moore. You pulled that out of your ass. You could have pulled out George Santos. You could have pulled out somebody relevant who has been around in the last 5 years. But Roy Moore? And Donald Trump's not a pedophile. Show me. Give me one piece of evidence. I'll give you $10,000 cash. Venmo or PayPal. Give me evidence that he's a pedophile. Show me a conviction. Show me an indictment. Show me an affidavit. Show me one that hasn't been disproven in court. Show me the 14-year-old who's come back twice in election year. Show me E. Jean Carroll. Wasn't no rape. She was above age and supposedly consensual, if you believe that, until she decided to change her mind and she thought rape was sexy. Show me. Give me evidence. $10,000. I'll give it to you right now, and I'll admit I'm wrong. In fact, I'll give you the Don't Unfriend Me brand. It's an LLC. I'll sign it over to you. My entire company, I'll give it to you. You can turn it into a Democrat talking point show. You can call us Nazis and fags. Show me. Give me proof. Give me proof that Donald Trump's a pedophile. You can't. There's nothing you can do because there has never been even a charge of pedophilia. There's never been a charge of rape, never been a charge of sexual misconduct. He wasn't charged in a criminal court. The preponderance of evidence in civil court is minute. Most civil cases, 73% of civil cases, show some sort of reward or settlement to the plaintiff. Why? Because most people decide to settle out of court.
Hey, Brandon, what kind of man talks about his daughters like Trump? How about Joe Biden?
What do you mean talks about his daughter? What do you mean? That he said that she's beautiful and he said something stupid and said, gosh, I would date her. Look at her. Fucking look at her. She's gorgeous. We had pictures of my daughter at the Offspring concert, and she looked so freaking pretty. I looked at Olivia and I said, man, eat your heart out, man. We need to get bigger guns. Some guy, look at her. She's beautiful. Does that mean that I'm a pedophile? Does that mean I want to have sex with my own child? If you had a child, you would understand not to talk like that. We love our children. We dote over our children, and we're proud of them. My son's handsome. Does that make me a pedophile? He's got great hair. He's good physique. He's a good-looking kid. Women are going to fawn all over him. Does that make my wife a pedophile? So the interesting thing is you can say these things because you have no evidence. You're afraid to call in because you know I'll fucking eat your lunch. Just call in. Remember him walking to the dressing room of Teen US pageants? Yes, I do. I remember him saying it on Howard Stern. Do you want to know what else how Tim Walz said on Howard Stern? Do you want to know what Bill Clinton said on Howard Stern? I mean, we can do whataboutism all night. Every single guest that goes on Howard Stern says horrible shit. You guys love George Takei, you know, since you put him in an internment camp during World War II. But he grabbed another man's cock alive. Do you know what Bill Gates said when he was on Howard Stern? People say stupid shit on Howard Stern. Do I appreciate that about Donald Trump? No. In fact, I don't. But I'm also not going to go ahead and hold it over his head for the rest of his life. Yes, and I'm aware of the grab him by the pussy tape. And I know exactly what he said about teen Miss America beauty pageants. I also know what Lincoln said about slaves. I know what Frederick Douglass said. I know what MacArthur said. I know what Stonewall Jackson and Robert E. Lee said. I know what John F. Kennedy said about black people before he got into office. I know what Martin Luther King did in the Lincoln bedroom as a sadomasochist with prostitutes in Washington, D.C. I know a lot of bad shit people have done, dude. But you know what I can do? I can separate the good things that they've done from the bad things and still make a judgment call if they're a benefit to society or if they're a dredge on society. The difference between you and me is that you have this virtue signaling and you get all pissed, but you're the one who just said fags. So you're homophobic. So would you consider that a character trait that you would want to go ahead and emulate? Because Donald Trump's not a homophobe. But you are. You went ahead and espoused that a Jew's Nazi. I mean, legally, my mother and my grandmother had Jewish blood. So therefore what? I'm a Jew? So you just called a Jew, so you're an anti-Semite. Do you see how easy it is to misconstrue what people say? Do you see how easy it is to go ahead and take a subcontext of an argument and go ahead and turn it into something nefarious? But you were just calling me a fag. That's okay. You're not saying I suck dick. You're just saying you're a fag. And that's cool. I can take it. But according to you, is everything you say has to be carried around you like some sort of cross for the rest of your life. And I don't think that. Anything else, Brandon? And you don't know shit about FDR. So what do you mean I don't know shit about FDR? What do you mean? What do you want to know about FDR? What do you mean I'm not a scholar? What is my background? What's yours? What do you want to know about FDR? Do you want to know about his time in office? Do you want to know about the Great Society through LBJ who modeled FDR's programs? Do you want to know about Social Security? Do you want to know about taxes on roadways and bridges? Do you want to know about the express lanes and the interstate? Do you want to know about his social policy and social reform? Do you want to talk about criminal justice? Do you want to know his place in World War II? Do you want to know when he decided to enter the war or when he decided why he was not going to enter the war and backed up on that? Do you want to know what he felt about Nazis? Do you want to know that he gave Adolf Hitler time at the table? I mean, do you care about any of that? What do you mean I'm not a scholar? I will fucking destroy you, dude. Call in the show, you fucking pussy. Call in. What do you want to know about FDR? Anything you want to talk about? Be happy to. Do you want about talking about refrigerators to bombs? Do you want me to tell you about FDR and why single-handedly the United States is the most powerful superpower because of FDR? I've got nice things to say about FDR. It's not just all bad. I'll tell you the good things too. I like going down the interstate. I think it's awesome that I don't have to blaze my trail with a fucking machete and a pony. There's good things I have, but I also know that his policies were complete dog shit from a social perspective. So what do you want? Brandon, you can't fucking compete, dude. You don't have the IQ. You don't have the passion. You're a one-trick pony. All you do is try to point out inequities, and I keep just fucking... Dude, you have literally purple-headed yogurt slinger fucking bruises on your forehead. My dick just keeps slapping up against your face. You haven't even landed a blow yet. Are you going to throw a punch, or are you just going to keep fucking... I'm waiting. I'm waiting, buddy. Anything else about FDR you want to know about? Do you want to know why it's Delano? You want to know why his parents named him that? Do you want to know why he took FDR specifically, the three letters of his names? Why that anagram stuck with him, with FDR? Why it was important? Do you want to know which president he emulated? I know more about FDR than you have probably No, I don't know if I can say. I don't know yet. I can't say that. But I guarantee this. I have forgotten more about history than you know. I can say that most assuredly. Because what are you scrambling? Are you looking all that up to see if I'm right? Because I am. You don't need to look it up, dude. I already did all the work. Is he done?
I don't know. I have been able to see his last few comments on YouTube. For some reason, that happens.
He's on Facebook, isn't he?
No, he's on YouTube.
Oh, he's on YouTube? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, fuck. It's a YouTube troll? Forget it. Our YouTube channel, it's been banned so many times. They hate us.
Yeah. No, for some reason that happens every once in a while. It's like you'll be like, check out this comment. I'm like, I don't see the comment because sometimes I don't get them. But I haven't gotten his last few comments. I haven't been able to see them. I don't know why.
I don't know shit about FDR, so don't act like you're a scholar because you're not. By the way, it's your YOU''RE, you fucking retard. You know what's funny is I figured out between your and you are in 2nd grade. So if you're going to sit here and try to go ahead and wax intellect with me, we can do something hard like 2nd grade English if you want to. We can go over some C-spot run. I think I've got some Ebonics here or hooked on phonics. Just let me know. Fucking your. You are fucking retard.
Oh, goodness.
I may be a fag, but you're a retard. You're a retard, Brandon. Capital R, E-tard. I just made $52 because you're a fucking retard. Thank you, Bobby Richardson. $52 just to sit here and make you look stupid. Just dumber than fucking dog shit.
Oh my goodness. This is why I'm just sitting back. Not doing much.
Is that
it's
it?
Funny.
Is that it, Brandon? Is that the best you have?
Debbie, can I get one of those tick slaps? Oh my God, Debbie. Or would you prefer a foot? Oh my God.
God.
Oh, Debbie.
Brandon, I haven't fucked a guy like that since prison. I mean, this is embarrassing for you. I mean, you're not gonna be able to sit down for a week. That is a world-class ass chewing. I hope you clip this and play this on your page and be like, dude, this guy completely just fucking obliterated me. This Nazi fag destroyed me. And yeah, my language is horrible. But see, the thing is, dude, is like, I don't hold you accountable for this. I've seen the talking heads for the GOP, and they're horrible. They really are. They don't know what they're talking about. And I know you look at it, you look at the beard, you look at the tattoos, you look at the trucker hat, you look at the set, and you go, oh, this guy's just a redneck, beats his wife. Well, I do beat her. But
he gave me a Pepsi last night for dinner.
Bitch,
though.
I told you to shut the fuck up. You don't talk on this channel. It's my channel. Tell you what, you know what to tell a woman with two black eyes.
Oh my gosh, this joke is so old.
Nothing. You already done tell her twice.
It's so old.
So are you. I'm looking to change you into a younger model.
Did you just call me old?
No, you called yourself old.
No, I didn't.
You're the one who said you were 46 earlier.
No, you said I was 46 earlier. I'm not 46.
I don't even look at other women.
45.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. I'm not a year older yet. I still have 7 months till my birthday.
Charity says, thanks, Matt. I have a new name to call idiots on the road when I get mad. Purple-headed yogurt spewer. Purple-headed yogurt slinger. I was getting a bit tired of dickhead. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, real quick joke there. What's his name? Brandon Stark?
Yes.
Did you read that in Marvel? Seriously? Is that what you did? You took Tony, you took Brandon Lee, and you put them together and you made Brandon Stark? Seriously, bro. How do you know your roommate's gay, Brandon? His dick tastes like shit. Just thought I'd let you know.
It's 10 o'clock. We got to go.
Is that all he's got, though?
Yeah, apparently.
Is it past it? Is it, dude?
I think it's past his bedtime.
Dude, seriously. Do me a favor. Brandon, I want you to practice this when I'm not here. You promise me? Will you try some of your routine on some smaller end podcasts and practice and come back? Do you promise? Maybe go to the gym, maybe drink some raw eggs and run up the steps in Philly. You practice this when I'm not here. Then you come back, okay? When you can have another shot at the title anytime you want. I'm ready for you. Just stop by whenever you want. You can bring a friend too. You might need them if you have any. Is that it? All right, Liv, 1 minute. Go for it.
That was great.
Brandon, you better follow the show after that. No, you don't get that for free. You better follow my show.
Oh,
because I know what you're thinking. You're like, fuck, that was pretty good. Come on, dude. You got to be a little bit impressed. The FDR thing, you just walked right into that. He is my third biggest target of any president that I go after. So that was just dumb. You should have said Kennedy, and then you really would have been embarrassed.
Probably should have done your research before you came on the show.
FDR is like my third favorite president to go after. He did amazing things, but he also broke the Constitution. He also usurped the power from the people. He held elections. I mean, the guy was completely anti-Constitution. He laid the groundwork for the Office of Strategic Services going into the CIA. He laid the groundwork for the FBI. So he was weak on communism. Honestly, if he had any balls, he would have flattened Russia, but he didn't. Moving on. It doesn't matter. All right, that's it. Is that all you got? You're done, Liv?
I'm done.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me Show. We appreciate it. What's going on tomorrow night, honey?
Be you and Leroy, which means it's going to be a very intellectual evening. So put on your thinking caps and get ready for
That's going to be awesome. Maybe Brandon can call in and help stimulate the conversation, because maybe he can call T.S. Dixon a Nazi fag. God, I'd love to see you try that. By the way, Amy says, Brandon found a new position. It's called WOW. It's when he turns his mom upside down. Oh.
Riley's like, he ran off to a safe space.
Oh, dude, Amy Stancombe just literally
bitch slapped you.
Literally just knocked you across the room.
Yeah. Drive-by troll. You're right, Amy. He's gone. Poof. He disappeared.
Is that it?
That's it.
He's probably the guy that keeps downvoting on YouTube. Anyway, we're out of here, folks. See you tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Me and Leroy got the con. We'll see you guys. Good night, everybody.
Night, y'all.
Thanks for everything. Thanks for the donations. We appreciate you helping. Brandon, go fuck your mom.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.